Hello and welcome to 90.5 WSU's YouTube coverage of App State women's basketball. It is Valentine's Day here in the High Country. It's Valentine's Day here everywhere, but especially in the High Country. It is Pink Day. I'm Trey Blake, your play-by-play commentator for tonight, joined by Michael Santiago. Michael, I just got to say there is no one I would rather spend my Valentine's Day with than you watching some App State women's basketball. How are you feeling today?
First of all, I'm honored to hear that. And second off, there's nowhere I'd rather be than right here in the Holmes Convocation Center. Everyone is looks absolutely amped up for this game. I think both teams heading into this one is going to be a very tense game because both of these teams on a bit of a slide. But I think, but one team's going to have to come out winning. So someone's losing streak is going to end today.
Yeah, as Michael said, App State losers of 4 straight, Georgia State losers of 5 straight. But like you said as well, crowd looks pretty good today, Michael. There's a lot of pink in the crowd. App State in their what looks to be a new, sleek, solid pink jersey. Georgia State in some white and blues with pink kind of on the lining on the side. So I agree with you, Michael. I think we're going to get a really good game today. It's also Alumni Day here in the High Country in Boone at 3,333,000 feet. Michael, Georgia State missing their two best players. Who do they need to look to get their offense rolling?
I think it's going to be Dice, formerly of Mercer, putting up 7.2 points per game as of right now. I think she's going to be able to step up in the States.
Yeah, like I just said, Crystal Henderson and Kaylee Addy not playing today for the Panthers. Michael, we were here on Thursday for the JMU App State game. What went wrong in that game for the App State Mountaineers?
They just need better shot selection.
App State still without star guard Jaden McBride. Since McBride is out for this game, and who knows who else in the future, quickly tell me who needs to step up for this Mountaineer squad.
I think it's going to be that for sure. She's just consistent. That's all there is to it.
Well, they're setting up for the anthem. We're going to take a quick break and be right back here in Boone, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome back to the Holmes Convocation Center for App State Women's Basketball. They take on Georgia State on Pink Day. It's also Alumni Day. And right before the anthem, we had a wonderful tribute to Valerie Whiteside, one of the two ladies to have her jerseys retired here in Holmes Convocation Center. No one else will wear that number 33 ever again in such a legacy defining career that she did hold here in Boone. First ever All-American for App State. But Michael, let's get into this game. The starters all are ready. Can you give me the rundown of what we're seeing today at the start of the game?
State, we're seeing the usual. Emma Smith, Deja Mitchell, Jada, and Fariol Definite Otler. For Georgia State, we have Morgan Robinson in Wagyu. We have Evagosa Obasui. We have Cheyenne Holloman, Grace Lanier, and Nari Powers.
The starters for today's game, App State, obviously, like we said earlier, without the services of Jaden McBride. Jada Burton moving into that starting lineup like we saw the past couple games. Coach Sharp has said that she really likes the on-ball presence that Burton leads into this lineup. Is that something you agree with, Michael?
Definitely have seen that defense. We even saw it in the JMU game, even though they had a decently good performance. Not many people got by Jada Burton. And for all the offensive struggles this team has had, they've done a really good job defensively. Even some of the players who've not done as well this campaign, like McCrary, they've done really well defensively. And I think that's going to be the key to locking down Georgia State, especially without their top two players.
Obviously, like we've been saying, Jada McBride out of lineup. Emily Heggie also moving out of the starting lineup. Could say Burton moved into her, but it's been Pericic moving into that kind of more of the spot-up shooter role. Do you think that's a role that she's really going to shine in today's game?
Depends on how much pressure they can put on the inside. But it's the space she needs to shoot.
That's true. We saw Burial Detonate Atla have a huge game against JMU on Thursday. Could be in tune for another one today. But also, the big man off the bench, Addie Beal, has been really good in her minutes, not getting a lot of minutes, can't really stay out of foul trouble. What does she need to do today to really dominate in the paint?
It's just as you said, she just needs to stay in the trouble because she's got a fantastic matchup ahead of her. With full guards, so she's probably going to absolutely love it. But I think she just needs to keep what she's been doing, just stay consistent, stay out of foul trouble, and if she can do those things, she should be smart enough for the bench. Usually we talk about smart balls, but I think especially with it's going to be on them to win this game.
I'd say I have to agree with you, Michael. Now let's focus on maybe what could be the star player of the season for the Mountaineers. Deja Mitchell had a rough go on Thursday, much like the entire team, but just 1 of 14 from the field. 0 of, I believe it was 5 or 6 from 3. Not the best showing for Deja Mitchell, but she's always a leader no matter what goes on the court. She's a leader in the locker room. She's a leader in the huddle. She's always hyped up. What kind of level of intensity does Deja Mitchell always bring to this team?
Talk about Pericic does, but I think that's where Deja Mitchell learns a lot of that leadership from, and she does a very good job of carrying that torch. And I think really she's the future of this Mountaineers program. Obviously, Emma Smith and Emily Heggie both graduating after this semester, so we're going to have to see what she brings both now and in the future.
Yeah, Michael, and we're going to have to see what this Georgia State Panthers offense is going to bring. Like what we said earlier, Crystal Henderson and Kaylee Addy not playing. The only Panthers with more than 10 points per game. Crystal Henderson sitting at a team-leading 16.5. Kaylee Addy with a just right behind that at 10.1. That's got to be a rough go for this Panthers team. I know you said who's going to step up for them earlier in Ari Dyson, but who's the guard you're looking at specifically?
I think it's going to be Gabe Wagoo because she's got 9 points per game. She's got 5.6 rebounds per game. She's a very similar kind of player to Emma Smith, if I'm being entirely honest. we're just going to have to see how their styles mesh because their stats are very similar. Smith only 1.1 points ahead and only 0.6 rebounds ahead, but she is almost 2 assists clear of Wagoo. So we're just going to have to see, if Emma Smith can win that guard matchup.
Yeah, it's weird. Wagoo, only 5'7", but she's got the most amount of rebounds in the starting lineup. Michael shouted out Ari Dyson earlier. Coming off the bench today in place of Nari Powers. Nari Powers just 12 minutes a game over this season, 2.5 points, 1.9 rebounds. An interesting choice from head coach Gene Hill of this Panther squad. But like we said, if anyone's got to eat tonight, Michael, it's got to be FDA and Parachich and Beal. I think they're going to have huge games today. Dance, you're still on the court. We're waiting for the start of this game. They always seem to take a little bit longer than they're supposed to. It always feels like there's a little bit of a delay.
I just feel like you just don't enjoy the theatrics, Trey.
I just want to get to some basketball, man. That's all I'm ready for. That's all I want to do.
I know this is going to be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I feel like the dance team really brings a lot to, especially to the hometown.
Well, they do. I'm not saying that they don't, but I just want to watch some basketball.
And I have an appetizer for you.
I guess it's true. It's true. You're not wrong. But here we go. Ladies taking the court. Deja Mitchell, not in the usual number 24. She's wearing 8 today. An interesting choice for her. Gotta wonder where that's coming from. As we said earlier, Valerie Whiteside honored before the game. They've got Whiteside on the back of their jerseys to honor her further, a cancer survivor in her own right. And it looks like we're ready to go for some basketball. And the High Country ball's tipped up, and App State and Deja Mitchell wins the tip. Jada Burton gets us going. She's going to get a ghost screen from Parachich. Feel like a bunch of girls are wearing different numbers today. We got Parachich in 12 and Emma Smith in 5. Just a bit of a change-up. Deja Mitchell's going to find FDA for the first points of the game. And who else to start with but the girl we talked about all pregame?
That looked like Gerber baby food down there.
That is exactly right. Again, number 5 for Georgia State. Igosa Abusei going to start it off for the Panthers. Then number 13, number Cheyenne Holloman kicks it out to the top. Wagoo going to drive in over FDA, and she's going to get the tough basket. We're tied up at 2 with about a minute left, a minute through this first quarter.
Saw that a lot in the JMU game. Just going to have to hope that gets tightened up. Obviously, a smaller lineup. I don't expect them to get much in the paint.
Mitchell, close to that Georgia State bench. She's going to get a screen from FDA. Mitchell looking to go to work early. She got Burton in the dunker spot, but she's not going to lay up. She's going to shoot, and she hits nothing. Number 5. Igosa Abusei the other way for the Panthers. She's going to find number 13, Cheyenne Holloman, to 0 for the Panthers. She's going to drive it on Emma Smith, a clear lane to the basket, but she hits nothing as well. 2 straight air balls for both teams.
Job, who's keeping their arms up there.
Mitchell had the shot in the far corner. She chooses not to take it. She's going to drive in. Deja Mitchell's got 2 quick points. Her and FDA quick points themselves for the Mountaineers.
Some shades of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with that hook there.
Grace Lanier, the de facto point guard for this Georgia State Panthers team. She gets the offense ready. Georgia State with a lot of motion early. Kicked over to Holloman. She's got Mitchell Gardner. She likes the matchup, takes the shot, but no good. Way right for the Panthers team. Burton finds Smith. Fast going. She finds Parachich, has a shot on a 5'5" Lanier. She chooses not to take advantage of the matchup, finds FDA. Smith is wide open on the North Carolina logo, and it's going to rim out for her.
Yeah, there. They found the matchups they want, just find the bottom of the head.
Like Michael said earlier, a great crowd today for this wonderful women's basketball action. Lanier getting it ready to Holloman. She's going to hold the ball a little bit, wants a screen from number 8. Nari Powers, we talked about her, the surprise starter for this Panthers team, to Holloman. She's open. She's going to shoot in front of the App State bench. It rims out. Georgia State really struggling to find their offense through 2.5 minutes.
I just started it off. We saw Parachich on the rebound just pull that down with absolute ease.
FDA finds Jada Burton. She hasn't been afraid to shoot it in the last couple games. Not really her shot, but she's going to miss that one.
Very close. Just unlucky that it rimmed out there, really.
Jada Burton didn't really shoot the ball a lot in the first, really 3/4 of the season, but ever since she's moved in the starting lineup, the shooting is needed in the absence of Jaden McBride. Number 8, Nari Powers, starts this offense. Georgia State really seems like they have four girls that can just put the ball on the floor and do whatever they need at any moment. Now Lanier is going to go at Smith. Number 5, Azabuzi is going to shoot a corner three right in front of the App State bench. This App State team playing with so much pace right now as Deja Mitchell goes straight to the basket, and she's going to go to the line, almost an and one for her.
Yeah, Abasui just didn't really look comfortable taking that three in the corner. Felt like her hand was right in her face the entire time.
Heggie and Stoker, the first two Mountaineers off the bench. They're going to replace Pericic and Burton. Also, Ari Dyson in for the Panthers. I believe there was another substitution for the Panthers as well. I will get that for you in just a second. It was number 1, Savannah Robinson Holmes. She usually wears number 2, but she's wearing number 1 today. Deja Mitchell hits that first free throw to give it to a 5-2 lead for the Mountaineers. 6:45 left in the quarter.
Speaking of number changes, Heggie is wearing number 7 today.
A lot of different numbers for this Mountaineers. Can be interesting to hear why they decided to go for it. Maybe they wear pink as their practice jersey. Stoker also wearing number 15. They just don't like to give us a heads up. We got all numbers ready. They just want to mess us up today.
Sure, there's a good reason for it.
Oh, for sure. Wagyu getting this game started. She's been the point guard. Her and Lanier really split those duties thus far. Lanier over to Robinson Holmes. She's going to step back on Emma Smith right in front of the App State bench. Now Lanier going at Deja Mitchell. Deja Mitchell causes the turnover, but Panthers somehow able to get it back after Emma Smith hits the floor. Lanier almost hit. She does hit a crazy three-pointer right in front of Alora Sharp. She was surprised to see that one go in.
Yeah. She was just leaning forward, just chucked that one up as a player, and it was 8-2.
FDA wide open at the top of the key, but she's not going to shoot it over to Heggie. Heggie's not afraid to shoot it. Neither is Riley Stoker. App State really 4 3-point shooters on the floor and FDA in the paint, and FDA wants it. Actually, it's Emily Heggie in the dunker spot. Don't see that a lot, and she's going to get the reverse layup, 7-5 Mountaineers.
This fundamental looked like she almost forgot there was a defender there.
Don't really see only 5'9" Emily Heggie in the dunker spot a lot. Now over to the Panthers side. Robinson Holmes going to kick it out to Lanier, who's going to kick it out to Holloman. And they're going to call a 3-second violation going the other way on the Panthers.
That's just a miscue you cannot afford, because Luke's going to allow to grab momentum. Only up by 2 with 5 minutes left here in the first quarter, but that could prove to be absolutely pivotal in building up this lead a little bit.
Heggie, the inbounder after that Georgia State penalty, going to get it up to Smith, who passes it back to Stoker, back to Heggie. App State playing a little hot potato, but she's got to get it across half court, and she does. Back to Stoker. Stoker's open. She had the shot. Chooses to go to Deja Mitchell right in front of the Georgia State bench, and it rims out. She's got Heggie in the corner, though. She's a good three-point shooter. She's going to take it, and she's going to drill it. Emily Heggie tees for threes on the scoreboard, 3 in the score sheet.
Like GoldenEye 007, she was never missing that shot.
Emily Heggie been a little scared to shoot with her minutes, kind of declining over the past month, but not afraid to shoot it today. Number 5, Azabusi going to get it started for the Panthers. Gabby Grooms also in the game for Georgia State. Azabusi's going to get it back. She gets a good screen from Dyson, who's going to roll. Number 13 going to shoot for the Panthers. She's going to miss a rebound by Addie Beal and a foul on Dyson. We're going the other way. App State playing with so much pace right now, Michael.
Yeah, it's precisely what they needed, especially with a player like Abasui, who is quite pacey herself as they're going into a timeout here. But I think that's the key for App State. They just need to keep utilizing their height, keep utilizing their physicality, and let Georgia State make these mistakes, because they had that out-of-bounds call earlier. They had a 3-second violation. Now a foul there with their second up the court. Wheels coming off a little bit for Georgia State. They really needed this timeout.
Yeah, Georgia State just 2 of 7 from the field thus far. App State 4 of 8, but we got a timeout on the floor. That means we're going to take a timeout in the booth, and we'll be right back after this timeout. And welcome back to App State Women's Basketball at WSU 90.5 WSU's the Apps coverage of App State Women's Basketball. Michael, we just saw a little mini game at half court. I know you're a App State Women's Basketball mini game fanatic. What did you see there?
Gabe, what we saw, sadly, we had to take our break during that, but he tried to dunk that lap into the shopping cart. Just wasn't quite able to do it there, but perhaps some aids of Miles Tate that he was going for.
Oh, true. That's going to be a late night pull one day, but we're focused on App State women's basketball. App State leading Georgia Southern 10-5 with 4:38 left in the quarter. Georgia State already up to two fouls, and they had a turnover on a 3-second or offensive 3-second call. Interesting. Georgia State not looking like they're coming in. App State really manning the pace. Georgia State looking like they can't really match it.
App State's forced them to only have 2 of 7, 29% from field goal range, and only 5% from 3. So if they can keep this up all game, it should be a great one for the Mountaineers. Of course, the fans seem like they're pushing this team on, and really, this is a crucial game for both teams. They really need this win as a confidence booster.
It's true. This whoever wins this game really takes control of that 11th place in the Sun Belt. Doesn't have to play that first game. Both teams most likely playing on the first day of Sun Belt tournament play, which means they'll have to win 6 or 7 straight games just to get into the championship game. But if App State's able to win, they take control of 11th place. Coming out of that timeout, you got Burton, Heggie, Stoker, Beal, and Pericic. Stoker, they're double teaming the freshman. Looks like they might just double team off of everything right here. Pericic got it wide open in front of the Georgia State bench, and she's going to shoot it, and she's going to drill it.
Pericic is smiling. She needed that one.
She did, and if you're an App State fan, that is exactly what you'd like to see, just like Michael said. Now in the game for the Panthers, Mana Yulkin, a Finnish player who's playing one of the only international players on this Panthers team. Now over to Lanier. She's going to drive straight on Burton. Oh, high arching fader, but it's going to go out, and it's going to actually stay with the Panthers.
Yeah, I think Pericic got a hand to that. Tried to tip it to Emily Heggie, just unable to get it there. And I mean, Cooney could be the key for this team.
Good. Doesn't really play a lot, but she plays that really important guard forward position. Lanier gets a really good screen from Dyson, but a freshman mistake. She doesn't see the shot clock, and another turnover for the Panthers.
That looks like being up here, which is very good to see if you're Mountaineers.
They had Valentine's Day plans messed up by today, but App State, these were their Valentine's Day plans. They came in ready. Stoker, the main point guard right now on the court, it seems to be. She's gotten the main ball handler duties the last 2 possessions coming up the floor, but it's going to go to Beal, to Burton, who's going to get a great screen from Pericic. Pericic fades like she always does. Burton still has the ball. Stoker in the corner, doesn't look to shoot it. Now Beal in the paint late in the shot clock. It's going to be a foul on Beal. I think that's going to go on number 0, Morgan Robinson Wagu.
Yeah, stay on an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes, 1 seconds. So they just need to keep those momentum going. Feeding the fourth is going to be key.
Burton finds Stoker on the inbound. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 3:24 left on the game clock. App State 13-5. Beal at the top of the key had Heggie at the free throw line if she wanted her. Doesn't take it. Burton now in front of the App State bench finds a cutting Pericic. What a great pass. She's going to go straight in and gets the basket. What great ball movement from this Mountaineers team right now.
Got that layup. Looked like almost like the Flying Dutchman, Robin Van Persie, perhaps.
A little soccer action. We're playing basketball, Michael. And a foul is going to go on Addie Beal. She fouls number 23, Ari Dyson, and FDA Fiero Defino Atla is going to spell Beal real quick, and Deja Mitchell is going to spell Riley Stoker as well. Michael, I can't lie, they're messing me up with these numbers right now.
But I think we'll adapt just fine.
True, inbound to Dyson. She's going to send it to Lanier right in front of the App State bench. Who's going to drill. I think that's on a 3. Nope, it's on a long 2. That's exactly what you need if you're the true freshman coming from New York City.
Just a little bit of confidence booster to end the run, get back into this one.
Oh, and another great play from Lanier. She gets a steal on Jada Burton, who almost gets a steal right back, but it's going to be a kickball violation stand with the Panthers.
Yeah, that's just a bit unlucky as Lanier was good. Deja Mitchell tried to take advantage, just unable to catch it in time.
Deja Mitchell had a great first half of that first quarter. 2 assists. Don't really see Deja Mitchell initiating offense that much, but hey, when she can do it, she can do whatever she wants. Lanier now guarded by Heggie. Wagu guarded by Mitchell. App State looks to be in a little bit of a zone here. About a bit of a man zone hybrid. Now it's a man going to Mitchell. To Heggie guarding Lanier. They've got number 13, Holloman. Another long two for the Panthers, going to cut this lead 15-9 with 2:25 left in the quarter.
We saw Burton just shaking her head in disbelief. She was right there, just unable to make her miss.
Yeah, Mitchell tries to get it up to Parachich, but it's going to go out right in front of that Georgia State bench, but it's going to stay with the Mountaineers.
I think I saw a few fans ducking out of the way, thinking it was going to get back to them.
Yeah, Emma Smith now in the game for Jada Burton. The 5 on the floor. What probably most fans thought would be the starting lineup coming into the season. Smith, Heggie, Mitchell, Parachich, FDA, and Parachich is just going to try and find Smith on the inbounds pass, but it's going to look to go off of a Panther's foot. No call, and it's going the Panthers' way.
Maybe they said it hit off Emma Smith's foot there, but that's a better view than we did.
It's true. Lanier now guarded by Smith. Over to Holloman, who's guarded by Mitchell. App State still in this man zone hybrid. Over to Wagoo. Going to find number 5, Azabusi, and she's going to nail a 3. What a shot from the junior from Villa Rica, Georgia.
Suri really needed that one get going. Her first basket of the game.
Yeah, she's just 0 of 1 before that. Now 1 of 2. Parachich in the corner on the far side. She's going to shoot it, and she's almost going to hit it. But Mitchell with the great rebound. She has Heggie for 3. Heggie chooses not to take it. She was open. Out to Smith, going to reset this offense. Parachich calling for it. She seems to like the matchup she has in the FDA, who has a better matchup in the paint, and it's going to roll in from the sophomore from Turkey.
Yeah, just way too strong for the Turkish international.
Also, way of West Virginia. Michael, I think you're exactly right. Georgia State just not able to match this App State intensity right now. Azabusi going to get Parachich jumping and drive in over FDA. Got both the bigs jumping on that play, and she still hits it.
Obviously, really got everyone playing Twister on that last basket.
Georgia State now really matching this Mountaineers pace. Emily Heggie almost throws it away. Wagoo almost with the steal there. App State 17-14 with about 54 seconds left. Georgia State 4 of 4, on their last 4 shots has really cut into this lead here. App State matching it though a little bit, 4 of 5. Heggie almost had the shot on the Parachich screen, but they're going down to FDA, and it might just be her night.
I think she's going to have a great time with only one player over 6 foot. I think she's just going to be muscling and getting anything she wants.
Defi already up to 6 points on the game. Emma Smith almost gets a steal there from Lanier, who wanted to find Wagoo. App State now really showing that zone there as Holloman drives into Mitchell, almost went off Smith's foot. No call from the refs. Heggie says, let's slow this game down. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Let's go into this quarter with a good shot. Almost a foul on FDA there, but Heggie sees a lane and she's going to go. No continuation. This is not the NBA, even though she does hit the shot. It's going to be an inbound pass.
It looked like they're just trying to hit Stickers there just to make sure she couldn't get it. Good foul to give, though, for sure, because she had a clear lane to the basket.
She did. I think Georgia State wanted some size in the game as Ari Dyson comes in. Burton and Stoker also coming into the game. Seemingly, App State doesn't want a 3 here as Parachich and Heggie hit the bench. Burton, the normal inbounder when she's on the floor next to the ref now on the left side of the App State backboard facing the student section, finds Emma Smith in the corner. She gets doubled, finds Stoker, but Stoker can't corral it, and Smith's just going to throw it away. Mitchell trying to guard it from Lanier, and it's going to be a kickball on Mitchell with 0.1 seconds. Unsure if Georgia State can really get a shot off here, but Alora Sharp not pleased with that one.
Deja Mitchell just clips that one with her heel as the ball was thrown away there. You really can't fault us for that.
Lanier trying to find someone on the inbound, but she does find Gabby Grooms, the sophomore from Peachtree, Georgia, way of Georgia Tech, but the clock goes out. App State ends the quarter on a 5 of 6 run. Georgia State matching them though 4 of 4 on their last 4 field goals. So both teams 9 of 10 on their last 10 field goals. It's 19-14 heading into the second quarter. We've got a break in action. We're going to take a break in the booth. We'll be right back with you. And welcome back to 90.5 WSU Sports YouTube broadcast of App State women's basketball. App State currently leading the Georgia State Panthers 19-14 at the start of this second quarter. Michael, we saw Valerie Whiteside get honored before the game. Now we saw the 86-87 and members of the 86, 87 and members also of the 87, 88 teams. Both those teams won the regular season SoCon championship. What a great way to kick off basketball, especially on Pink Day, honoring breast cancer survivors and the people we remember that we lost.
Yeah, it's just been, especially three. I think she's the player in the match.
Yeah, continuing a great game that she had against JMU. JMU 12 points, but really felt like more. She was really dominant in the paint here. We've seen her already match half of that with 6 thus far. Lanier going to get it kicked off for the Panthers. Now App State going to show some hustle, doubling what seems to be after every pass in, but stop it there as Grooms gets the ball. We're going to get a shot from a Panther. I think it was Holloman in the corner, air balls, and there goes the student section. Smith is going to go as well, finds Mitchell, who's going to fake a shot back to Smith, has Burton in the corner. She's going to look to shoot, step back, doesn't take it. She has Stoker in the corner. Stoker, she's got those freshman jitters, doesn't want to take the shot, but she finds Mitchell, who always willing to take the shot at the free throw line, but it goes off. Grooms going the other way fast for the Panthers, kind of slows it down after the fact. App State still in this kind of man-zone hybrid, and we get a foul on FDA, who doesn't like it, looks to see that number 23, Ari Dyson of the Panthers, kind of initiated that contact.
Yeah, perhaps put a shoulder into her and got away with it. I'm sure as long as Atlas stays out of foul trouble, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, FDA 6'3". Ari Dyson, only 6 foot. She's trying to get over that as can't see the number, guys. I'm sorry. Number 13, Holloman gets the shot over Deja Mitchell, but Deja Mitchell's going the other way. Almost has FDA, doesn't get it, but it's going to stay here as it goes out of bounds on the Panthers.
It looked like Dyson, 5-4, did a good job of positioning. Every single you can do against the ball arrives, that's the most you can do as Otla checks out.
Yeah, and App State going small here. We have Smith, Burton, Stoker, Mitchell, and Beal on the floor right now. Emma Smith seems to be wide open in the far side of the corner, but Jada Burton throws the ball away, but Georgia State throws the ball away right after. A lot going on the court and in the broadcast booth right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the turnovers right now just seems like both teams really just need to calm down with only a 3-point gap here with 9:02.
Yeah, we saw such a clean first quarter. It's weird to see so many turnovers coming out of the second quarter.
Will say, I don't think compared to Georgia State anyway that this is a small lineup.
No, this is about meeting the Georgia State height as Stoker, who's about 6 foot, is guarded by Lanier. Mitchell gets Holloman jumping on the fake. She has Smith. Smith isn't afraid to shoot it, and it looked good, but hits off the front of the rim. Burton's going to get the rebound, though, to Beal, who tried to find Stoker on the freshman connection, but just throws it right behind her. Stoker had a wide open lane to the basket if Beal had found her.
Yeah, it's just unlucky and just a miscommunication. Had the handout, she had the right idea, just unable to find the target.
Just a rough go. Again, Stoker and Beal, the 2 true freshmen that really play a lot of minutes for this App State team. Gabby Grooms for this Georgia Panthers team going to find Wagoo on the corner to start this offense. Says Holloman at the free throw line. Holloman not afraid to shoot it, but she's going to hit that front end of the rim. Wagoo going to get the easy rebound. No App State Mountaineer even looking towards the ball. And it's 18-19, still App State, but 8:25 left in the quarter.
Long rebounds are the thing that has to be prevented if you're slow.
Holloman just 2 of 5 from the floor right now, not afraid to shoot it, but Wagoo really making up for some of her mistakes. Now to Mitchell, guarded by number 5. I think that's Azabuzi. Now to Smith. She's going to get Holloman jumping over Dyson, rattled around and drops in for the transfer senior from Denver.
He's had as many passes as the Wise game winner, I think, in the 2018-19 season.
Holloman now guarded by Pericic. She's now in the game for the Mountaineers. We got Pericic and Beal as the front court, and Beal's going to get fouled. We spoke about this before the game. Beal has got to stay out with foul trouble. I believe that's just her first one of the game thus far.
I mean, that one looked good to me. Had both arms up, but perhaps the arm might have flipped the shooter all the way up. So Perhaps we'll see if Ari Dyson can get herself going here. No points, no shots so far.
Stoker and FDA in the game thus far for the Mountaineers. Mitchell and Beal hitting the pine. Dyson now at the line for what I believe is 2 shots here. She's going to dribble, 3 dribbles. She's going to go to shoot, and it's going to clank off the front end of the rim. That did not look like a good form, Michael.
It's very much through them all. You can hear them through the headsets, I feel.
Yeah, most definitely. They're getting loud. It's going to be even worse for Georgia State when they're facing that App State student section in the second half. Here comes that second half of 2 free throws from Ari Dyson. She's going to shoot it, and she's going to hit the second one. Form looked a little better there. I agree with you. Seemed like the fans kind of rattled her a little bit.
Even that one just kind of moved. It didn't look super clean, but it went in there, and they count all the same to bring us 19-21 with 7:50 left.
Nari Powers going to check into the game for the Panthers. I believe Lanier did as well. That's Grace Lanier for the Panthers. Now Burton going to start the offense for App State. Coach Sharps talked about how well that Burton has manned this offense with McBride being out, giving Emma Smith the ability to kind of go off the ball in a 2-guard position. Now teams are going to leave Jada Burton open as they did right there. She can't hit it, but Parachich gets the long rebound, resets it to Smith. Out to Stoker. Wants FDA in the paint. They're going to find her. Going to get doubled, almost triple team, but she's going to fade away in a basket looking like Hakeem out there.
Say more shades. Dirk Nowitzki with that fantastic fadeaway.
What a 2-game stretch for the transfer from West Virginia it has been for the Mountaineers. Now, number 13, Holloman going to get a crazy and one. What a shot. 23-21. Mountaineers lead. 7:06 left in the half.
She hit the ground pretty hard there. Is exactly what you want to see from Georgia State. Just trying to hang on, stay in this game. No fouls in the quarter for them. The Mountaineers already with 3.
Yeah, feels like a kind of a switch from last quarter. Georgia State got in foul trouble early, kind of stopped their defense, let App State kind of run rampant a little bit. Seems like we're seeing a switch of that as Holloman's going to get ready for her free throws, and it's going to run off the back end of the rim and go into the hands of FDA.
FDA, I believe that's her 3rd rebound now on the game.
Could be in double-double watch, Michael. Emma Smith, though, going to man this offense for App State. She's going to find Parachich on what seems to be a little bit of a cut there at the top of the screen. Parachich has a huge size difference, not really using her size to her advantage. Going to find Heggie on the opposite side of the court in front of the App State fans. Going to find FDA. If she's hot, take her. Heggie going to get it, step back. That's her shot, and she bricks it off that front of the rim, goes into the hands of number 0 at Wagyu for the Panthers.
Great kick out by Desna Hollins. Heggie unable to find the target.
Wazabusi takes a crazy long 3. She can't hit it. Holloman almost has the rebound for the Panthers, but Stoker going to get out of her hands to FDA, who's going to send it over to Heggie. Heggie now to FDA at the top of the key. Could see Parachich. Parachich not really using her size as much as you want her to. She had a great start to the game. And wow, App State really feeding FDA in the paint. And it almost rims in, but rims out for FDA, excuse me.
He's feeling hot right now. Just got to keep going to that hot hand as long as they have small players on her.
Yeah. Georgia Southern seems like they might be playing basically 5 guards here. Number 13, Cheyenne Holloman is basically the tallest player on the court. Excuse me, though, that's Nari Powers at 6 foot, and it's going the other way. Actually, it's staying here. App State bench doesn't like it. It looked like Nari Powers had thrown it out, but still Panther ball.
Yeah. Beal and assistant coach Freeman both kind of had to duck opposite ways to try and avoid the ball smacking them in the chest there.
Wagyu going to be the inbound passer for the Panthers. We're already at 3 seconds on it and almost didn't get it in, but finds Lanier at the top of that App State logo. And Lanier's going to go straight at Emma Smith. She's going to send it over back to the finished player for the Georgia State Panthers. And that hits off FDA on the rebound. It's going to stay here. That finished player, number 10, Mona Yuklinen. I tried, Michael. I'm trying the hardest.
Did it do great. The shot managed to hit that iron, force Stephen Otler to try and go for it. And keeping the ball here, that's what you want for Georgia State.
Yeah, maybe a miscue from FDA right there. A late shot clock shot for Yulkinen. Now over to number 1, Savannah Robinson Holmes. She's going to drive in on Heggie, and she can't hit it. Great defense from Heggie right there. Stoker going the other way. She's able to put the ball on the floor and corral it when she needs to. but she's going to find Emma Smith, who seems to have Deja Mitchell in the corner, but she wants Emily Heggie. That's that second time she's found her in the dunker spot, but she can't connect on this one.
Heggie seems to be taking a lot more shots in the post, perhaps something that Laura Sharp must have been harping to her in practice, because now she's doing it in game.
Georgia State trails Mountaineers 23-21 with 4:54 with a chance to take what I would believe would be their first lead of the game. Gonna find number 8, Nari Powers, in the corner. Air ball on that one. She hit absolutely nothing, and here comes the air balls from the fans.
Like there was a wind turbine on the basket there.
App State bench calling a play. They have Deja Mitchell wide open in the corner, doesn't want it. They want FDA all the way, and what a great inlet pass to Deja Mitchell for another 2-point layup for the Mountaineers.
And running the offense FDA, and it is working like a charm.
Smith calling out a defensive play out, but number 0, Wagoo, going to shoot the 3. She can't get it. Stoker with a huge rebound there. She's going to get doubled on the rebound, but she's able to get out of it, going the other way quick. Has Deja Mitchell beside her in front of the App State sideline fans right there to Heggie, to Smith. Heggie's wide open in the corner. She's going to shoot it, and she's going to miss it. Wow, looked like if it was like a half an inch to the left, that would have drilled.
Yeah, just unlucky there.
Wagoo going, tries to find Nari Powers, but she's not able to corral it. Georgia State already up to 3 turnovers on the game, but the turnovers are holding so much weight right now, not able to really get in their offense at all.
Especially on that one, it looked like she was trying to throw it up for an Odell Beckham Jr. style catch, but unable to pull it down. And as we go to a timeout here, I mean, I think it's clear to see that the turnovers are the key to this game.
As Michael said, turnovers are the key. So could be the offense, so could be the defense. We still got a lot of clock to go in the half and in the game. 3:54 left in the first half. App State up 4, 25-21 over the Georgia State Panthers. We've got a mini game at half court right now, and we want to watch it. So we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be right back. And we are back at the Holmes Convocation Center at 3,333 feet for some App State women's basketball on Valentine's Day. So grab your loved ones and cuddle up and listen to me and Michael talk about some App State women's basketball. Michael, feels like App State is just a couple possessions away from pulling away. They're up 4 coming out of this media timeout here, but basically leading in every statistical category. Field goal percentage, field goals made, not really leading in the 3-point section, but that's not really their game as much as we'd like to see them hit more free throws, hit more points. Georgia State actually leading App State in points off turnovers, but App State winning the rebounding margin by 3, winning the offensive rebounding margin by 1, and absolutely dominating at Georgia State. All the states messing me up. Georgia State and the assist margin doubling theirs 8-4. But the real problem for App State and Georgia State a little bit, teams just cannot be able to hold the ball, both teams at 4 turnovers apiece, what really feels like keeping Georgia State in the game.
Take a bit of advice from SpongeBob here. Firmly grasp it.
Exactly. Burton, Smith, Mitchell, And Issa Roman, as well as Elena Pericic in the game. Haven't seen Issa Roman in a while. DNP against JMU, but she had a really good stretch of games in the middle of December into January, really around that winter break section, but haven't seen her a lot. She's in the game right now. Obviously, App State missing Jada McBride. Jada Burton getting the offense started. Elena Pericic finding a cutting Deja Mitchell wide open, but it's going to be 3 Panthers that seemingly fouled her. I'm interested who they get the call on, and it's going to be number 10, Mona Yulkin, for the Georgia State Panthers. Wow, Deja Mitchell, what a great cut and an even better find from Elena Pericic.
She's a fantastic playmaker. She's really a point forward or point center, if you really want to put it that way.
Yeah, we know Elle doesn't really like playing the 5, but in some lineups she really has to. She's wide open in the corner, out to Smith, though. Doesn't choose to take the shot to Mitchell. Issa Roman wide open at the free throw line. Jada Burton's going to find her off of a pass from Deja Mitchell. Issa Roman cannot hit her first shot of the day.
Down by 4 right now, Georgia State. That miss could be key.
Abasui going to start this offense over to Lanier. A lot of ball movement from this Georgia State team. Not a lot of assists on the game, though. They like to go into isolation late in the shot clock after a lot of ball movement at the start. 10 seconds left on that shot clock. Azabusi's going to get Jada Burton jumping. She had the shot at the free throw line, doesn't take it. Going to drive in and come nowhere near the basket. A ton of players on the floor. We're going to get a shot clock violation rather than a possession arrow.
Yeah, Pericic down there. Looks like perhaps she got hit in the eye and not taking it very well. We're going to have to hope she's okay.
Not a good sign. If you're an App State fan already without the services of Jaden McBride, could be out of the services of your preseason All-SoCon member at the forward center position. Elena Pericic. Looks like Addie Beal is going to come into the game, and Elena Pericic on her feet gets a standing ovation for this Mountaineers team.
Well, like we said earlier, we're just going to have to hope she's okay. Looks like they're taking her off to the side, make sure she's going to be all right.
Yeah, might not see Elena Pericic much in this. At the end of this first half, Coach Alora Sharp's going to go check on her. I think we're going to get a review here from the officials, but in the meantime, only 3 minutes left in this half. App State up 25-21. We got a little bit of a quick break. We're going to take a little bit of a quick break in the booth and then come back and talk about what the officials say. And welcome back to App State Women's Basketball, WSU 90.5 WASU's coverage of App State Women's Basketball as they take on Georgia State. App State currently leading 25-21. 3 minutes left in this first half. Officials went to the board. They're still currently at the board, the video board, looking at what could be a potential hostile act as Elena Pericic got hit in the face and was on the ground for a little bit, but looked to come up off of her own 2 feet. Michael, what'd you see there?
It didn't really look like anything big to me. She was trying to get the rebound, and her hand just missed and got Pericic in the face. And she's back in the huddle now, so luckily it seems like she's going okay. But definitely a scary sight to see if you're the Mountaineers, but glad to see that she's back. Speaking of scary sights, Georgia State has not had a single point in the last 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yeah, they started the second half off so efficient in the offensive side. How are they able to kind of get back into what they were doing?
I think they really have to attack the guards in this line because with Pericic probably taking his break until the second half, and most likely won't see FDA until the second half either. I think it's really going to be attack the guards in this lineup and really test Addie Beal's help defense.
Yeah, Addie Beal, coaches talked about how she can't stay out of foul trouble. With FDA on the bench, I believe in foul trouble herself, and Pericic getting poked in the eye. Addie Beal playing center right now. 5 coming out of this official review is going to be Smith, Heggie, Burton, Mitchell, and Beal. Beal not really a traditional center, but can play it when she needs to, really more of that 4 spot for this Mountaineers team.
Yeah, I think she does a really good job as kind of a Dennis Rodman kind of role where she can play a small ball five and slip into that role. But I think she's more comfortable in that four spot when she has either FDA or especially Heritage next to her. But I honestly think she works better with FDA, where FDA can play as a true five, and it looks like we're about to get the call from.
So we're actually looking at the shot. They were looking at the shot clock there. It's going to be App State ball. The video replay they were showing on the jumbotron in the arena was the Elena Pericic foul. You know, I agree with you. I didn't really see any hostility going on there. Interesting that they put that up there, but a weird turn of events at the end of that shot clock there goes App State's way. Just hitting about 3 minutes left in the quarter and the half. Jada Burton's going to go fast for this App State team, but she is unable to really corral the ball. And Georgia State able to force a jump ball, but it's going to stay here with the Mountaineers.
Sui does a really good job of like diving in there, forcing Burton to try and lose possession. She's been fantastic so far. 5 points, 40%, and from the field, only 1 of 3 from 3. But I feel like she could be the key to drive this one forward.
Yeah, still leader on the team, Farah Defne Atla with 8 points, but again, 2 fouls on the game for her. Burton, the inbounder, going to find Smith, who's going to get a foul here. That's only the second foul for Georgia State. Nowhere in really worry of going into the bonus, but don't want to foul much more. App State still leading by 4. 10 seconds, only 10 seconds off the clock since we last told you the time's for 2:50. Burton still the inbounder, going to find Beal in the corner. They're going to double her. It was a fake double out to Burton. Deja Mitchell at the top of the key was open to Heggie, to Smith, who's open right in front of that Georgia State bench, and she's looked like she was going to hit it, but a front end miss on the 3, and Lanier for Georgia State's going the opposite way. Lanier surveying the offense. Once Abusi going into the paint. That's number 0. Wagoo, she's going straight at Beal, doesn't get it. A great rebound from Beal. There's your Dennis Rodman type for Michael. Mitchell, Smith, Heggie on the fast break. Heggie had a wide open shot. She gets Lanier jumping. Can't get it though. An air ball for Heggie. Probably should have taken that 3-point shot.
Unlucky there. She had the look she wanted, just unable to hit it.
Bunch of players hitting the floor for Georgia State there as number 13, Cheyenne Holloman, wanted to find Ari Powers in the paint, but she was on the floor. Holloman looked to travel, doesn't get it. It's going to go out to Lanier. Burton does great defense. That's her name where she makes her money on the defensive end. Over to Wagoo, who's going to drive on Emma Smith. Over to Abusi, who's going to take the 3, doesn't hit it. Ball going everywhere. Abusi going to keep it in. Lanier just going to corral the offense, go slow. Telling number 0, Wagoo, to find her man. She does. A great screen from Ari Dyson. Going to go straight at Beal. Can't get the shot up. And Burton's going the other way. Has Deja Mitchell in the fast break. Has Heggie corralling with her too. I think that's going to be a charging foul the other way on Deja Mitchell, but it's not. It's going to be a block on Lanier. I think Deja Mitchell's going to go to the line here.
That's Grace Lanier. Personal foul. Right. Position to keep moving. 20 left here. Perhaps they're gambling that she won't get a 4th before the end of the half.
Yeah, Grace Lanier really played a lot of this game, only averaged about 4.5 points per game on the year. Her feet were moving a lot on that blocking call. In my view, it looked like she had her feet set, but Gabby Groom's going to come in for Lanier. Gabby Grooms, sophomore from Peachtree, Georgia, from way of Georgia Tech. Mitchell's going to shoot this first free throw and hit it. 26-21, App State, about a minute 20 left.
It looked like she was almost like doing the Ollie shuffle there to try and stop Deja Mitchell.
Ollie shuffle? I don't know what that is. Deja Mitchell. Okay, thanks, Michael. Deja Mitchell misses that second free throw, but Georgia State unable to corral it. App State has a chance to possibly go up 8 if they hit a 3 here heading into the second half. Still a minute 19 left on the clock. Jada Burton going to get the inbound. 20 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to find Deja Mitchell, who's going to get double teamed off of the inbound pass. Looks like she got fouled, but a no call going the other way. Wagoo speeding, the speedster for the Georgia State Panthers, trying to find Abusi, but can't find her. And Wagoo is down, holding her knee. That does not look good. A non-contact knee injury is not a good look if you're Georgia State.
Yeah, I saw that leg sliding a little bit to the left there. I mean, we're going to have to hope she's going to be okay, especially Georgia State already having 2 of their best players out. And they could be losing their third leading scorer now, and that is really not what you want to see if you're Georgia State. Again, we're just going to have to hope she's going to be okay because it has been absolutely brutal in terms of the amount of injuries that we've seen so far or potential injuries.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break here in the Holmes Convocation Center. We'll be right back. And welcome back, Holmes Convocation Center. If you were with us before, number 0, Morgan Robinson Wagoo, had to be carried off the court after what looked to be a non-contact knee to leg injury. Did not look good for the graduate player from Norcross, Georgia, way of UCF. But we've got basketball still going on here in the high country. Deja Mitchell's going to find Emma Smith on the inbound pass. Georgia State needs to keep their head in this game after another starter falls for just the 9-16 Panthers. Smith's going to find Burton in the corner. Burton already missed 2 threes today. She's going to try and find Pericic in the post, and it's going to go off on Ari Dites and stay with the Mountaineers.
Defensive presence has been really impressive so far. I honestly thought we were going to see more of an impact from her offensively. Now that Magoo is out injured, she might have to. She might not have any choice.
Yep. Jada Burton getting the inbound pass to Smith. Just 12 seconds on the shot clock, 44 on the game clock. Jada Burton in the corner by way of Riley Stoker. She's going to drive in on number 13, Holloman. Deja Mitchell in the corner hits nothing but air, and Dyson's gonna hit the floor. I thought we were going to get a jump ball there on Pericic. No call, but it'd go Georgia State's the other way. I'm unsure if we had a foul or a jump ball call here.
Ari Dyson dived on that immediately. She's been doing a great job, at least trying to stand up to FBA, Pericic, and everyone else. That shot, Yulkinen was right there in her face. I honestly thought it was going to get blocked.
I did too. Burton driving through, unable to hit it. We actually got a shot clock violation was the call on the floor there. Grace Lanier with 2 fouls in the game for the Georgia State Panthers. Now Georgia State cannot hold this ball out. 31.4 left on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock, so they'll have to get a shot up before we're actually going to get 35 left on the game clock. So Georgia State really has to get a shot up, leaving App State with a chance to get a shot up of their own at the end of the half.
Deja Mitchell checking if the ref was okay after the ball hit her side and just went straight into it.
Deja Mitchell, always so nice, but also an emotional leader on the court. App State going to almost cause a turnover. It looked like it went off Grace Lanier there, but close, but no cigar. App State really trying to cause a turnover and wants this last shot of the half.
Looks like that old Cameo song, back and forth, with ball going to both sides.
Yep. Grace Lanier in the backcourt gets the pass. Thought it would be a backcourt violation. Doesn't get the call. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. 16 on the game clock. Shot and game clock separated by about 4 to 5 seconds. Lanier really holding this ball. Gets a screen from Dyson. She's guarded by Smith. Out to Holloman. Holloman's just going to catch and shoot, and she drills it. That brings the score 26-24. And App State is going to throw it away to end this half. So Georgia State able to cut this lead to 2. Heading into halftime, did not think that was going to be the case coming out of that timeout. App State had so much good pressure coming out, but, Cheyenne Holloman just able to kind of just take it. She was giving it, shoots it, makes it. That's all you want to see if you're a Georgia State fan.
Man, no kryptonite present there. She had it's all still managed to make the shot. And App State just kind of had to throw it away to make sure they couldn't get another shot in because the clock was running that inbound.
Yeah, Michael, 26-24. App State leading Georgia State, like we've been saying. App State really looks like they've been playing a lot better, but kind of a little bit of turnover problems and not being able to finish the great possessions that they start problems. Who's been your MVP for the Mountaineers thus far, though?
I don't think there's any. It's very all definite not. 8 points, 4 for 5 right now. I kind of mentioned this when we were off, but she kind of probably feels like Shaq to these Georgia State players. She's just 6'3" and very, very tall, very muscular, just able to really hold off anyone in her way in the paint.
Yeah, Farrah definitely, Atla, just like Michael said, having her way with this Georgia State defense. But on the Georgia State side, who's been your MVP?
It's probably changed a few times throughout this game, but I think it's got to be Cheyenne Holloman. 9 points so far, 4 for 8, 33% on her threes. That last one being the first one that she's made all game. It's been someone's had to step up for this team, and so far it looks like it might end up being Holloman. And on the defensive side, I think Marty Dyson's really the only one who really can stop Pericic, Defna Atla, and Addie Beal.
Yeah, like Michael said, both players that Michael said are leading their respective teams in points. Atla with 8, Holloman with 9 on that final 3. Your Mountaineers going to end the half with Deja Mitchell, 6 points on 2 of 5 from the floor. 3 assists, though, great. Ball handling presence from Deja Mitchell. We don't really see that a lot from her, but she's been great at that thus far. Emily Heggie, 5 points, 2 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3, Elena Pericic also on the board, 2 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 2 from 3, and 3 boards. As Michael mentioned, Defna Atla been a main player for this App State team. She's in foul trouble, so is Addie Beal. Both have 2. That makes up both Mountaineers, all of the Mountaineers fouls with 4. Now some current trends on the game. App State, no field goals in the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds. App State shooting 1 of 9 on their last 9 field goals and 0 of 5 on their last 5. Now, if you thought that was bad, Georgia State 1 of 11 on their last 11. So each team 2 of 20 combined on their last 20 shots. We had a great start to this first half. In the first quarter, started really fast and really strong, but a bad end to it for both teams. How are both of these teams able to really get back on the board in the scoring department?
Just continue to attack the rim. We saw star players for both sides come, especially in the second quarter with FTA sitting down. We didn't see a ton of Pericic, especially not after that fall she had. But I think really the key for both of these teams is just going to be settle down, get back to it, and get back to their game plans. Because as you mentioned, both teams are cold right now. Honestly, colder than the weather inside. It's a 50-degree day out here in Boone right now, but I think in terms of their shooting temperatures, it ain't looking so good.
Yeah, like Michael said, it's a beautiful day outside, so go out and enjoy some sun. But while you're not outside, enjoy some App State women's basketball on 90.5 WASU. We've got halftime here in the high country, and we've got a basketball game going on during it. So we're going to sit back, drink some water, watch some more basketball while we take a break, and we'll come back to you for the start of the second half. And welcome back to the second half of App State women's basketball on 90.5 WSU's YouTube channel. I'm Trey Blake, joined by Michael Santiago. We're going to have all the gameplay stuff and just a bunch of stuff going on with women's basketball in the second half. But Michael, that second quarter was not kind to either team. We were just talking about it. Georgia State only shooting 25%. App State just 21.4, 0 of 6 from the three-point line. Georgia State, no better, 1 of 7 for 14% on their own.
Yeah, those were your second quarter numbers, and yeah, for both teams. App State, no field goals in their last 4 minutes and 30 seconds, as we mentioned before halftime. 1 of 9 overall out of their last 9. Yeah, both teams really just need to get back in their groove, as we talked about at halftime. But I think both teams can do it. We'll just have to see what the game plans for both coaches are. As we know, Coach Sharp very, very much talks about intensity. So I think we're going to see App State getting back to an inside-out kind of offense.
And if you're just joining us now, we had a couple injuries at the end of that first half. App State saw Elena Pericic get a little slap to the forehead, a little poke in the eye. She did not return to end the second half, but she's on the bench right now, still in game ready close, so we expect to see her for the second half. Now, Morgan Robinson Wagoo for the Georgia State Panthers went down hard on a non-contact right knee injury. It does not look like she's going to be able to return. She had to be helped off the court. So we send our prayers and thoughts to her, her family, and the Georgia State team in that sense. But we're focused on basketball. We got 7 seconds left in halftime. If you're Georgia State, Michael, you have Cheyenne Holloman, who's absolutely balling right now. She hit a huge three to cut this lead to 2. It was 26-21. The huge Cheyenne Holloman 3 brings us 26-24. Are you still going to her more and more throughout the half?
I think you might have to. Just again, this is the amount of already having their 2 leading scorers out going into this game. I really don't think you have a choice but to be the hot hand and put the games down. No break here will be out for. Will be out for.
She's been their best player all game. Probably want to go to her. I agree with you. Probably not what I would do, but something that Gene Hill of the Georgia State Panthers wants. Now the 5 on the court coming out halftime are your starters: Smith, Burton, FDA, Pericic, and Mitchell. The main 5 who have played all game. We've seen Issa Roman get in the game a little bit. Played just 1 minute. Emily Heggie, Addie Beal, and Riley Stoker been the main players off the bench, as Grace Lanier, like Michael called, goes straight into the paint and can't get it. Deja Mitchell gets the rebound, and she's going the other way fast. She finds Burton open at the free throw line, and she's going to get the continuation and the foul. 28-24, and Burton's going to the line. Actually, excuse me, I saw the ref point down for a continuation call, but it's actually going to be on the floor. Still 26-24, App State.
Play by her. She did target Lanier, who's already got 3 personal fouls, while I was surprised to see her. Have to see how things carry on.
Burton, the inbounder, sends it to Smith. Smith just 1 of 4 in the first half. Not a lot of shot making from her. Mitchell, Smith's open. She's going to attack Grace Lanier on that left side of the court. To Pericic, out to Burton. A lot of hot potato right now for the App State team. FDA backing down, out to Burton, back to Mitchell at the key. Fakes the shot, out to Pericic. She's going to drive on Grace Grooms. And she's going to go and, Grace Grooms, and she's going to get the foul on Grooms. She's going to head to the line. App State 26-24, 9-10 left in the quarter.
Just looks more than okay from earlier. You know, she just put her shoulder straight into the Georgia State Panther and got her foul call out of it. So now she's going to get to go to the line, see what she can get out of this.
App State Holmes Convocation Center goes quiet, guns up, as Elena Pericic misses that first free throw. Way too strong for the senior from Croatia.
It's off the back iron there, just a touch unlucky.
She's getting ready for the second one. She loads up and shoots and swishes that second one. I don't think I've ever heard a better swish. What a shot. Free throw shot. Pericic.
Satisfying for sure.
That was. I don't think I've ever complimented a free throw shot like that before, but that was easily the most satisfying free throw shot I've ever seen. App State in this man switch zone that they continuously have shown all game. Georgia State has not really reacted well to it. It's over to number 27, Grace Grooms. She gets a screen from number 8, Nari Powers, who's in the game for the Wagoo, who went down earlier, out to Grooms. She's going to shoot a long 3, can't get it. FDA with the rebound to Smith, and App State is running.
like the 3-2 zone worked to perfection. A little bit of confusion there, but it still ended up working out.
And it's a weird zone, Michael. It's not really a 3-2. It's a man hybrid. It's something that you don't really see a lot. You see a lot of 3-2 in the NBA and in colleges. Deja Mitchell gets a good layup, but it's something that, like I said, has caused Georgia State a lot of problems. Lanier going to start this off, and she sends it over to number 5, Abusi, over to Powers. She's going to get it back to Grooms. As we said, a lot of hot potato going on from both teams. Abusi not afraid to shoot it, and she's going to, can't hit it. She is not looking good from the three-point line this game. Just 1 of 5 thus far. Emma Smith running fast for the Mountaineers to Burton, to FDA. You know, she's going to eat in the paint, and she's going to travel. She doesn't like it, but the App State coaches just tell her to stay calm, stay in the game, and keep doing what you're doing.
Say the one thing I really like about Defna Otwa is she's very good at just keeping her head in the game. Like, she'll have a moment of shot, but realize there's nothing she can do and moves on.
Lanier still in the game with 3 fouls. Powers also has 3 fouls for this Panthers team, just 2 more, and they are disqualified from today's contest. Dyson, Michael's MVP to start the game, gets a turnover as Deja Mitchell gets it, and she's going to turn around and another foul. That's 3 quick fouls for the Panthers already, just 2 minutes and 19 seconds through the half.
Only about 2 minutes 50 into the quarter. That is not what you want to see at all if you're Coach Gene Hill. They just have to keep their hands to themselves and not commit so many fouls if they want to stay in this time.
Apologize, was calling number 27, Gracie Grooms. It's Gabby Grooms. I apologize for that. Smith guarded by Grooms right there to Mitchell, guarded by Abusi to FDA, and that is going to be number 3, I believe, on Ari Dyson, and it is 2 forwards for Georgia State in this game after a ton of injuries throughout the whole lineup are both in foul trouble with 3 with 7:30 left in the quarter. Inbound pass for the Mountaineers.
I looked a little disappointed to not get more resistance from Dyson there.
She wants the matchup. You know she does. She is banging and going in the paint. Parachich at the free throw line is going to start this offense to Smith, who gets a Georgia State player jumping. Emma Smith running around the paint like the point god she is. She's looking around, finds Parachich. 5 seconds left on the shot clock to Smith. Smith's got to shoot it. She actually gets it to Mitchell, who gets it to Burton. She has got to shoot it, and she almost hits it. Goes off the front into the rim and into the hands of Cheyenne Holloman. The star for this Panthers team goes to Dyson. Looked like she stepped out. She doesn't, though, to Parachich, and the both teams are running. Deja Mitchell has a one-on-one with Grooms. She's going, can't corral the ball. She's actually going to not be able to save it. Thought she was able to, but both teams wanted to play fast. Didn't turn out in their favor.
Deja Mitchell was all smiles. Seems like she quite enjoyed the pace there, but both teams won't enjoy the massive turnovers we have there.
Yeah, turnover's been a problem for both teams this game. App State 29-24, about 7 minutes left in the game. Lanier going to start this offense to Abusi. Abusi has not really been afraid to shoot. She just can't get anything going. Now it's going to go to Dyson, who's going to go in on FDA. FDA has her hands up. Don't really understand the foul call there, but Dyson's going to go to the line on the FDA foul call. Beal looks to be checking in the game for her.
Yeah. It's going into Dyson and off on there, so I can definitely see why the call was made. Perhaps not the most popular one, but an understandable call nonetheless, as Dyson will go to the line.
This will be her 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. She's 1 of 2 thus far. She's going to dribble, shoot, and she's going to miss the first one, which gets the App State student section and Yosef, who's in that pink shirt, hype. As band screaming, do that again. App State Jumbotron says, make the noise. Can Ari Dyson silence them? And she cannot. Goes off that right end of the rim and into Riley Stoker's hands.
You might as well give that fan section a megaphone. Each one counted as like 5 more people each.
Ooh, Emma Smith almost gets a turnover, able to corral it and get it across. Deja Mitchell goes at the rim, had Emily Heggie in the corner, but doesn't find her. Beal gets the rebound and goes in. App State 31, Panthers 24.
Off bucket from Addie Beal.
Abusi left wide open in the corner. Stoker doesn't even jump with her, chooses to kind of fake out the defense. Emma Smith's going fast. Deja Mitchell wants to play a little slower.
Yeah, Sui trying to pressure Smith, but she's just been unable to get anything going in this second half.
Mitchell, Stoker, Smith, Heggie, and Beal, the 5 on the court right now. Stoker in front of the App State bench, playing around. Stoker, I don't know if she's attempted a shot yet. I do not believe she has. Finds Smith in the post. Emma Smith post moves, can't get it. Wanted to get that post powerhouse badge like she's in 2K, but cannot get it.
Old day from Smith, only 1 of 5 now.
Out to Dyson, back out to number. Sorry on that. I think that's 13, Sean Holloman. It is. Can't get it. Heggie with the rebound, looking for Smith. Smith tells her to go, finds Deja Mitchell. Deja Mitchell to Smith. What a great find from Deja Mitchell to Emma Smith. App State just continues to extend this lead. Georgia State has not scored since the end of the first half.
33-24 now.
Lanier on Emma Smith. Excuse me, Smith on Lanier. Going to go to Abusi. Cheyenne Holloman wants it. She has Radley Stoker on her. Wants the matchup. She can't get it. Goes to Dyson. Dyson wants to match up with Beal. Almost travels. Doesn't. Great foot control from the Georgia State forward. Abusi's going to drive in on Smith. Smith does a great job of playing her straight up. Now it's number 1 going in on Heggie. She can't get it. Hits the top end of the backboard. Emma Smith able to get it before the shot clock goes off. She finds Deja Mitchell like a quarterback finds a receiver who finds Addie Beal. Deja Mitchell cannot corral it. Beal can. App State now with an 11-point lead, and Georgia State needs a timeout.
Push the pace there. Even before that timeout, we saw her signaling to the team, get back on defense, be ready to go. I honestly thought the high pace would favor Georgia State, but State flipping that narrative on its head.
Yeah, what do you think has been the real catalyst of App State being able to get out and run so effectively?
Really just been able to get those rebounds quickly, forcing bad shots. We've seen the guards leak out in transition. And meanwhile, the 3, 4, and 5 positions just stay to get the rebounds, almost like a triangle defense, if you will. And I think that's been the key for them.
App State really playing a bunch of, I don't know the word for it, Mike. I don't want to keep saying hot potato, but a lot of players have scored. Emma Smith, 1 of 2. Deja Mitchell, 1 of 2. Elena Pericic, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. But Addie Beal coming off the bench, spelling FDA, who got in foul trouble. I believe she is up to 3, and she is on the game. She's done really good, Addie Beal has. She was able to get down the court and be there for Deja Mitchell, who wasn't able to corral it and put the ball into the basket. We got a little bit more of this media/Georgia State timeout on the floor. We're going to be right back for you on 90.5 WSU YouTube. And we are back here at Holmes Convocation Center, 35-24. App State leads the Georgia State Panthers. App State on a 9-0 run ever since the start of the half. Georgia State gone cold from it feels like everywhere, and they make some changes. I keep doing it, Michael. Julkinen comes into the game. App State going to roll with the same 5, I believe, that saving the game, Pericic is going to come in for Emma Smith. So it's going to be Stoker, Heggie, Burton, Pericic, Beal in for the Mountaineers, and Lanier's going to get the start for the Panthers. She finds Julkinen, who looks a little scared to take the shot, and she does taking it, but a little too much mustard on it as the clock did not start, and Lanier had a wide open shot, and it's actually we're going to restart. Wide open shot for Lanier. Feels like the whistle kind of affected her shot there.
Seems like everyone was a bit surprised there. They're bringing the dance team back out while they go ahead and sort out the flock. And I gotta say, I can't say I've seen that happen too often, but the home center is known for a few strange occurrences every now and again. You can't say that Mountaineer basketball isn't interesting.
The home center curse. We've actually got a media timeout on the floor, so we're going to take a bit more of a break here in the booth, but don't go away just yet. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We had a bit of a scorers table problem. It showed the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers were in town. That's not the case. It's the Georgia State Panthers. App State leads them 35-24. Both teams taking the court. We had a bit of a shot clock problem as well. We had a bunch of props going on. It's the home center curse. Georgia State going to get an inside, out of bounds, inbounds pass. It's going to be the same 5 that left for both teams still in the game.
Play as they set up in a line and move out from there.
Yeah, Michael didn't get what he wanted. No interesting play there. App State and still in this zone. Burton guarding number 1. Savannah Robinson Holmes. She's going to drive in on her and Stoker. Going to find Yolkanen. Going to find Lanier with a huge three-point shot. Can't get it. That would have ended a Georgia State drought. And it looked to be a foul on Stoker from Yolkanen, but it's actually going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Mountaineers, and that possession arrow is going to flip back to Georgia State.
Going back to the shot from Lanier. Pretty bold to fire over Perisic, who's 11 inches taller than her.
Yeah. Bit of a size difference all across the floor from both teams as Heggie's going to go right in. Could have been a foul as Heggie just drives straight in for the basket. 34-24. It is an 11-0 App State run.
Heggie being 3 of 7. Getting a confidence boost. That's exactly what she needs.
Heggie already played more than she did on Thursday against JMU. She's up to 14, only played 11 on Thursday. Robinson Holmes guarded by Heggie. Got it. She's surveying the offense, has Dyson in the post, guarded by Beal. They want the matchup. Dyson going straight at the true freshman from Erie, Pennsylvania, and she can't hit it. The cold streak continues.
Georgia State, they just need something to get back into this one. They look listless, lifeless right now.
Burton kicking off the offense to Perisic, back out to Stoker. Stoker looked towards the basket, probably wanted to shoot, doesn't take it. Perisic hasn't really taken advantage of this size difference as Lanier is guarding her. Lanier only 5'5", but she's down to Beal in the post, and I think that's going to be a foul on Holloman, if not on Dyson, and that would be 4 on Dyson if it is. It's going to be on Cheyenne Holloman. That's going to be her first of the game, so no worry for the Panthers forwards as both of their starting forwards are in foul trouble.
Yeah, definitely a relief. If you were going to get a foul on one player, you would have wanted it to be Holloman there.
Beal at the free throw line. She's going to dribble, spin the ball, shoot, and it's going to kind of bounce in for her. Up now 38-14, 3:17 left in the quarter. 12-0 run for App State. Beal's going to get the shot there. She hits both. 39-24 now. Like Michael said, Georgia State just needs to see something go through the rim. They've got a lid over it.
You know, they could really use a can opener right now because right now that basket is sealed shut right now for Georgia State.
Exactly. No points since the start of the half. That's almost 7 minutes rolling without a basket. Grooms now in the game for Georgia State. Georgia State's gone to a ton of different lineups thus far. Out to Jolkinen, guarded by Beal. Looks like Jolkinen's really playing the 5 now. Not really what you want to see if you're a Panthers fan. Robinson Holmes going to kick it out to Jolkinen. She's going to shoot, and she's going to miss it off that left end of the basket. Beal gets the rebound. Looked to want an outlet pass there, but team decides to go slow.
This did not look confident on that shot at all. I think Georgia State just need a layup, something, get back in it.
Baricic finds Burton on a post hook, but she can't get it. It's going the other way as Jolkinen gets the rebound out to Grooms. She's running the floor. She's finding. She's looking for her big Dyson in the paint. Beal and Dyson banging. We're going to get a foul on Beal, and that's going to be her third.
I don't think you can really argue with that one. It almost looked like she was going for more of a tackle than, just standing up and playing games. Oh, State here.
I think
perhaps we were mistaken.
Yeah, I think they actually called out of bounds. Dyson hit the floor hard there. Looked to be a foul, but no call. Beal immediately ran to the bench. I think she thought she was out. She actually just went to the other side of the floor. I did not see my surroundings well. So App State still leading by 15, 39-24, 2:18 left in the quarter. Out to Baricic. She's going to fire out a quick shot, and she's going to hit it. You hear Paraswish in the PA. It's tees for threes. It's 42-24 on the scoreboard.
2 or 3 from 3-point land now. Even that one's got me tripping over my words.
Elena Parachich having herself a day, as the great man Bobby Phillips calls her, Elena Paraswish, and it's hard to disagree with him right now. Gracie Groom is trying to attack Elena Parachich right now, but she can't. And Parachich gets called for the foul there, a questionable foul call. App State bench doesn't like it, and Elena Parachich doesn't like it even more. That was kind of a crazy foul call right there, Michael.
Honestly, I have to disagree because it looked like that Parachich just went straight into her. So, even if you don't like the call, you can see the logic behind it.
Gabby Grooms going to the line here now for the Panthers, trying to cut this cold stretch. They have not scored in 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Can Gabby Grooms change that? And she can. That ball almost went out. It's now 25-42 Mountaineers. The one free throw, the only points Georgia State has had in this entire third quarter. She's going to shoot this second free throw, and she hits it. So 2 points now for the Georgia State Panthers. I think we're going to get a quick timeout here from Gene Hill. That means we're going to get a quick timeout in the booth. We'll be right back. Don't go away just yet. Well, there goes the buzzer. Timeout is over. Just a quick 30-second, and App State is back on the floor to continue this hot stretch they have. Heggie, Smith, Mitchell, Beal, Parachich. Nari Powers coming in for the Panthers as Deja Mitchell's just going to go straight at this Panthers defense, tries to find Beal. She can't corral it, and it's going out the other way for the Panthers.
Yeah, just a bit unfortunate there.
Groom's trying to attack. Smith at the start of this possession can't. It's about 1:30 left in the third quarter, start of the second half. Georgia State has not scored a field goal since that Cheyenne Holloman 3-point to end the first half. Now to Grooms, who's on Parachich. Could attack the speed if she wants to, chooses not to. Out to Robinson Holmes, who's guarded by Smith. There's 8 seconds left in the shot clock. She step backs, and she drills it. What a step back shot from Robinson Holmes.
Even Jamal Crawford right there with that shot. I mean, she just had her on skates.
Heggie trying to find Smith to start this offense, and she does. Heggie was getting doubled off that inbound. Deja Mitchell at the free throw line jumper. She likes what she sees, and she takes advantage of it. 44-28 Mountaineers, 50 seconds left in the quarter.
The game now for Deja Mitchell. Really what she needed after that JMU game. Now 4 of 8.
Deja Mitchell, have yourself a day. Have not seen Fierro definitely Atla a lot in this half since the start after picking up her 3rd foul. Out to number 8. That's Nari Powers as she drills a 3. I didn't know that was even in her bag. I don't know if she knew it either. She's just 5 of 30 from 3-point land on the season. She drills at 44-31. Georgia State finally finding some continued pace as they get the steal on Smith. And Robinson Holmes, no, that's number 5. Abusi's going to go straight at Emily Heggie. Heggie tries to take the charge, doesn't get it. Panthers looking to cut this to a possible 11-point lead.
Have to see what happens.
It's going to be a shooting foul. It was a blocking foul on the shot. So Abusi's going to go to the line here. If she hits both free throws, it'll be a 10-point game. 11-point. Dude, math is hard, Michael. Math is really, really hard. I was doing that with Bobby when we were here for the Eastern Michigan game. Kept saying 6 when it was actually 9. Math is really hard. We're comm majors. We try our best. Abusi, no dribble on the free throw, and she just drills it. We want to talk about a satisfying shot from Parachich earlier. Abusi doesn't even barely hits the net on that, and it still goes in.
Suey didn't even look like she needed the dribble there. Doesn't look like she dribbles.
She's going to take this second free throw, and she thinks she misses it, and she did. 44-32. App State with a chance to take the last shot of the quarter here. Shot clock is off. They're going to double Smith, Abusi, and Lanier as she's going to find Beal. Beal wants to go straight at Jolkinen, and she does. App State up now, 46-32, 1 second left. Lanier's going to get a crazy shot off. If that was about 4 inches to the left, that was a swish.
Just went and took a seat in the student section, almost trying to say who's winning this game for us. App State up by 14 points right now going into this fourth quarter.
In the student section, maybe they'll give them a pink shirt.
Yeah, perhaps so. Maybe it's going to be leaving with one of the pink shirts for Breast Cancer Awareness Day.
Exactly. Like Michael said, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Day. People are wearing pink shirts all over. Going into the fourth quarter break. We're going to take a break in the broadcast booth so we can collect our words and drink some water. Don't go away just yet. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WASU 90.5 WASU Sports YouTube channel's presentation of App State Women's Basketball. I'm Trey Blake. On the play-by-play, Michael Santiago with me in the booth. On the color, we've got 10 minutes left in this game. App State up 14. Georgia State was unable to score what felt like for 8 minutes of that 10-minute third quarter. They go up and they score 8 points in the final 2 minutes to cut that lead by what would almost looked could have been a 20-point lead. App State still able to stay hot on offense, 3 of 3 on their last 3 shots. Georgia State bench looks like they're just unable to get anything going. They look a little like their heads are hanging right now, Michael. What do they need to do to keep their heads in the game?
Except it's they missed the amount of threes. I'm from that. They can attack the basket. Otherwise, this lead is going to get
Even with them being such a smaller team, you'd still like them. You still like to see them attack the basket more.
yeah. Away from the draw the guards inside to try and force them to play that way.
Well, we've kicked off the fourth quarter here. Smith, Heggie, Stoker, Beal, and Parachich, the 5 in for the Mountaineers. Number 8, Nari Powers, who just hit a 3 to basically end that third quarter for the Georgia State side. He's going to kick it over to Lanier, who's going to go in on Smith, and Michael gets exactly what he wants. Lanier attacks Smith, and she gets the easy layup.
Little hop step it up in there too. Definitely a very tactful move from a small guard. Definitely need that.
Smith tries to find Heggie on the outside of the arc. She was wide open, goes off of Lanier's leg, though. It's going to stay with the Mountaineers. Stoker's going to get the inbound pass right in front of us.
Yeah, fans had to help the referee get the ball there.
Stoker's going to inbound her. She's going to find Smith. App State going to get this offense going. App State once again in the solid pinks with the Mountaineer script. Georgia State in the white and blue with kind of pink going down the jersey. Smith tries to find Parachich in the paint. Parachich says she didn't touch it. It's going to stay with the Mountaineers.
Tomlin got a hand the touch, just unable to finish off the steal by getting 2 hands on it, but definitely not a bad effort from her.
Same 5 going to stay on the floor for the Mountaineers. Smith going to be the inbounder. Looking at Heggie, goes to Parachich instead, right in front, right beside us, actually. Parachich going to drive, find Heggie on the kick out. Heggie has a shot, and with a step back, if she wants it, she's going to go to Beal in the paint. That's going to be on Holloman with the foul. Beal is going to go to the line.
That was a very clear-cut foul. I don't think we can really dispute that one. We've had some disputable calls, but reaching right across the stomach and both arms, never getting the ball, that's just an indisputable foul.
Beal at the line. App State fans with the guns in the air, and she's going to miss that first one. Kind of feels like the App State special to miss the first free throw, but hit the second one.
Yeah, with this big of a lead, you can get away with it, but you want to see those go in.
Got to take your gimmies when you're given to them. Addie Beal with the second attempt on it, and she misses that second one off the front of the rim, and Lanier is running fast for the Panthers team. Blows straight by Smith. She's going to get the foul call, and she's going to go to the line. Emma Smith kind of laughs it off, but Lanier's going to go to the line for 2.
First of the rears, we thought App State was going to attack her to try and foul trouble, but Emma Smith, I believe that's her first foul. Yes, indeed, that is her first foul, and Georgia State doing there.
Nari Powers is going to take the 3 here, and she's not going to hit it. Now 6 of 31 on the year. It's going to stay with Georgia State. Emily Heggie thought she was pushed, but refs don't see it. It's going to stay here with the Panthers.
I think she got a hand to it either way and pushed it out, so honestly, I think it's going to stay here.
Yeah, obviously went on Heggie, but Heggie wanted the foul here. Lanier is going to go straight to Cheyenne Holloman, guarded by Parachich, and it's going to go straight in for Holloman on the and one. Panthers still in this game, cutting the lead now. It's 10, but with a free throw made by Holloman, it could be 9.
Massive play. That's what they needed to get back to this game.
Holloman, dribble, spin, dribble, shot. She's going to drill it. 9-point game now. 46-37, 8:57 left in the game. App State looked like they were finally able to pull away, but Georgia State just doing what they can, and we're getting a backcourt violation. Elena Parachich jumps from in front of the line back. Ref says it's a backcourt. Alora Sharp doesn't like it. I don't think any App State fans like it. I don't think. And Alora Sharp says jumping is not backcourt. They show the replay on the Jumbotron. We don't get anything. Michael, what do you make of that?
I mean, it's really tough to say, but they will not give Sharp the replay, and we will have to go regardless.
Can't say I blame her. Parachich was was in the front court, jumped back behind the line to grab it. She grabbed it behind the line, confused to say so myself. Now it's going to be Holloman guarded by Pericic, back out to Dyson, back out to Lanier. Lanier's been the main offense maker for this Panthers team to Abusi. Abusi not afraid to shoot, and she does. Could that be her first three of the game? And it will not be. But Lanier's going to get the rebound, and she's going to not be able to get it. Beal gets the rebound finally for the Mountaineers. Does not find Smith. She's going to find Deja Mitchell instead, who checked in for Riley Stoker. Start this App State offense. 22 seconds on the shot clock when they finally get in the front court. She's going to throw it off. Gabby Grooms. App State going to get the sideline inbound pass.
That's an aggressive double team to try and force a mistake, but Deja Mitchell doing a good job to just keep her calm and force the inbounds for App State.
Deja Mitchell smacks the ball right in front of us, finds Emma Smith, who gets doubled off the inbound pass like we've seen all game. Looks to get fouled. They don't call it. Pericic has the three. She's going to take it, and she's going to drill it. Her third three of the game. She's up to 12 points on the game herself.
3 of 4 from 3, 75%. That is quite good if you ask me.
She is stroking it, Michael. Valentine's Day special. Elena Pericic says, I'm not waiting for dinner. We're getting the specials going tonight. Now it's going to be Holloman guarded by Smith. Holloman with the little bit of a height advantage herself. She's going to send it to Lanier in the corner in front of her own bench. She's going to miss everything. App State fans yelling air ball. Smith going fast to Mitchell. To Beal. Oh, Beal doesn't go to the ball. Lets the ball come to her, and Lanier is going the other way to Holloman on the little under the basket pass, and it's 49-39, 7:20 left in the game.
They are playing an aggressive full court press right now, Georgia State, and I think they're doubling anyone who made it.
Sharp wants a timeout after a turnover by Emma Smith. Goes to Lanier in an easy basket. Sharp and the entire bench calling for a timeout after what was almost a 20-point lead for App State. It was 18 with 2:15 left in the third quarter. It is now 49-41. App State only 7 points in that time. Georgia State 18 to 7 run for the Panthers going to cause Allura Sharp to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout in the booth, but don't go away as we are almost to crunch time in the high country. And welcome back to the Holmes Convocation Center. App State in the midst of a 18-7 run by the Georgia State Panthers, who looked out of this game. They did not score for the first 8 minutes of the first 8 minutes of the second half, and the bench looked absolutely depleted as the App State bench was up and hype, but App State has just not been able to put the ball in the basket as efficiently as this Georgia State Panthers team has. Michael, what has caused this Panthers team to really get back into this game?
I think it's been their pressure. They've been doubling all the time. I think it really speaks to the leadership of Gene Hill and the resilience of this team. Obviously, their three leading scorers are actually all out through injury now. But they're fighting. And I think you have to defend them for that, regardless of which side you support.
5 on the floor for the Panthers. Yolkin and Lanier, Abusi, Holloman, and Powers. 5 on the floor for the Mountaineers. Beal, Burton, Mitchell, Smith, and Parachich. I've not seen FBA a lot since early in the second half, since she picked up her third foul. She does have 5 to play with, so not really in true foul trouble yet, but Coach Sharp choosing to go with the front court, of Parachich and Beal, and or one of the two. Smith to Mitchell. You're going to get this Mountaineer possession started, and Mitchell looked to push her off, and ball don't lie. It's going to go off of Deja Mitchell. A definite offensive foul was missed there on Deja Mitchell by the refs. It goes off of her foot. Like I said, ball does not lie.
It's all smiles there. She knew she got away with one there. Probably lucky to not get the foul. And lucky to just get the inbound.
So actually going to get an under review, the last play out of bounds. So it's actually been appealed, a bit of a leeway word-wise to challenge a play. Can't legally challenge a play in women's college basketball, but you can't appeal one. That's confusing to me. That just sounds like a challenge, Michael. Can't lie.
With you, Trey, that just sounds like
that's just a challenge. But hey, we're not here to make the rules. We just tell you them. Refs at the video board right now. It is an official review. I can't lie. It was on the other side of the score. It was on the other scorers table across the court from us, so could not see. But right before that, Deja Mitchell definitely committed an offensive foul that was not called by the officials. So could see what we want. We do not have a replay being shown on the Jumbotron, but we do have Coach Alora Sharp. Coach Alora Sharp drawing up a play here. We finally have the replay on the Jumbotron that plays for about half a second and then goes away. Thanks, Holmes Convocation Center.
Yeah, but to kind of move away from that a little bit, you mentioned earlier that Defna Otla has not played. She's in the huddle right now, currently still sitting down. I'm very surprised we've not seen her come back in. Of course, 3 fouls out of still 2 more to give, but I am genuinely surprised we've not seen her.
Feels like Otla's really been that defensive presence in the last 2 games, including this one. Thursday against JMU, and then today against Georgia State. She had 8 early points, but that call was confirmed on the floor going Georgia State's way. So App State loses the appeal as the ball goes out of bounds and runs into the ESPN broadcast booth.
Deja Mitchell, I think deflected that one. So as she checks out now, I mean, she's been playing well, Deja Mitchell.
She has Heggie into the game for her. Smith, Heggie, Burton, Parachich, Beal. Parachich and Beal probably going to end the half as in the game as the front court. A great steal from Emily Heggie there finds its way into Jada Burton, who gets the ball turned over by Lanier. We have Abusi in the corner. She's going to shoot the 3, and she's going to brick it. Both teams now playing a huge trap-style defense. Every time a player gets the ball, Burton's going to go the other way.
Possession looks like a little bit of twister. Right hand green, left hand blue.
Great play on words, Michael. Parachich going to get the ball from Heggie, but cannot find her back on the cut. It's going to go Georgia State's way. App State, 5 turnovers over the last minute and 48 seconds. Jokinen, guarded by Burton. She's going to find Lanier, guarded by Heggie in the paint, and Georgia State just seemingly getting whatever they want right now at the rim, just like Michael said.
Not let Lanier have that easy of a time in paint. She is 5'4", going up against a 5'9" guard. You cannot allow that.
Grace Lanier now up to 11 points on the game. Beal's going to corral a crazy possession, almost another turnover for App State. She gets fouled on it. It's going to be on number 8, Nara Powers, and that's going to be her 4th, forcing her to go to the bench. And another Panther in foul trouble, number 23, Ari Dyson, going to check in for the team. So a lot of foul trouble going on in the front court for the Panthers. Smith inbounds it to Burton, who's going to find Defni Atla, who's going to enter the game for what feels like the first time in about 25 minutes of real time, about 10 minutes of game time. She goes to Heggie, gets a little ghost screen out to Parachich. Parachich guarded by Grooms. Parachich going to go in, gets the foul call. Grooms says she was straight up. Parachich says, no, you weren't. I'm heading to the line for 2.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised we didn't see a Mutombo style finger wag from her, but probably for the best because that might have gotten her attacked. But regardless, she goes to the line.
Perisic, like Michael said, heading to the line. Perisic not an emotional player. She has her emotions under check more often than not. She's going to hit this first free throw. It's going to be 50-43. App State 5:29 in the game. That's her second free throw of the game. Was that one for Elena Perisic? Her second one, she's going to dribble, shoot. It's going to rim out. Not able to convert both free throws. She's now 2 of 4 on the game. We're going to get a double by Perisic and Elena Smith. Well, Perisic and Emma Smith on Lanier, out to Holloman, and she's going to drill a three. 50-46 Mountaineers. Georgia State refusing to go away.
They're just continuing to fight with it. This one's going to be tight, folks.
Defense just causing App State so many problems. Heggie gets the ball in front of the App State bench, wanting to go slow. Burton in the free throw line doesn't want to go slow. She's looking at the rim, gets the post up, but it's going to get poked out by a Georgia State player. Burton wanted the foul call, doesn't get it, but it's staying on the left side of the court with the Mountaineers.
Bailed out by that one being poked away. Looks like they had 3 people all around Burton. No real option to either kick out or really do anything with it.
We're going to get a media timeout here, I believe, on the court. That's going to give us a break in the broadcast booth, but we're actually going to get another appeal. Not a challenge, Michael. It's an appeal, but we're going to get an appeal by Georgia State on that out-of-bounds call. If this goes the other way for Georgia State, and I don't think there's inconclusive evidence of where that ball can go, as we only get one more look at it. But if this does go Georgia State's way, they've been super efficient, 4 of 5, and of their last 5 shots, App State has not had a field goal in the last 3:12. App State 5 turnovers in the last 3:12. That was originally 5 turnovers over the last minute 47. App State holding the ball a little bit better in the another minute 47 past the original one. But Michael, what does this do for the Georgia State team if it does end up being their ball?
It allows you to cut it to a 1-score game, which for them would be insanely easy. Obviously, you got 4 minutes 52 left, so still plenty of time, but I think it would be a massive, massive momentum changer for them if they are able to get the bucket here. But that's all dependent on whether they get the ball. And for App State, if you get the ball back, you have to score on this possession. I think this could end up being one of the turning points of the game.
Abusi looking to check in for the Panthers team. Like Michael said, need to score for App State. It's really been a tale of 2 quarters in the second half. App State outscoring Georgia State 20-8 in that third quarter. Georgia State giving them a taste of their own medicine, 14-4 in the fourth quarter.
Again, if you're App State, you just have to get out of this as soon as possible.
So the call gets overturned. It was originally called as upheld, so it sounded like it was going to be App State ball, but going the other way, Georgia State ball, 50-46, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Georgia State has a chance to cut this to a 1-possession game.
Say Mountaineer basketball is intense. That is cool.
Crunch time here in the high country. Grace Lanier going to get it over to Gabby Grooms. Over to Abusi. Abusi has not been afraid to shoot all game. Hasn't really worked for her, but she's going to find her shot somewhere. Over to Holloman. Holloman been the 3-point shooter for the Panthers all night. Lanier going to drive in on Daphne Atla, and it goes off the side of the backboard and into the hands of Jada Burton, but there's going to be a foul call as Jada Burton corrals the ball. Grace Lanier is going to go to the line.
Definitely like she got the off arm of Grace Lanier there, but unfortunate. Just have to hope that Grace Lanier misses both free throws to keep it 2 scores.
Actually, a foul on Jada Burton. I cannot lie. I'm very confused about that call. Jada Burton got the rebound, and they called it on her. She was nowhere near the shooter, but Lanier hits the first free throw. That's just how we're going to go with this right now. Referees seemingly losing control of this game, but hey, they're still the referees. Lanier hits both. Heggie inbounds the ball to Burton, back to Heggie. This Georgia State trap on the initial inbound has really caused App State problems, and Elena Perisic is going to turn it over as she tries to find Daphne Atla in the post. Holloman in the three-point line right in front of her own bench, and she hits it. This is Georgia State's first lead of the game, 51-50. That is wild. App State held a 42-24 lead at one point in the third quarter. Burton guarded by Grooms. App State seems to be all jumbled up on the play. Alora Sharp's calling on a play. Doesn't seem like the players know what it is. Daphne Atla finds Pericic. She's been on fire from three-point land. She drives in, finds Daphne Atla, in the paint. Can't get the shot. Panthers going the other way. 51-50. Panthers, 3:35 left in the game, and the Panthers are going to slow this game down now for what feels like the first time in about 10 minutes. A great move from Abusi. Gets Heggie off of her, but she sends it over to Lanier. Addie Beal's going to come into the game here for the Mountaineers at the next dead ball. Holloman guarded by Smith. She's just going to go straight at her, but she can't get it. She airballs everything, and Emma Smith's going the other way fast. Heggie the other way finds Pericic in the paint. She hits the shot. 52-51. 3:08 left in the game. Mountaineers lead.
Really needed that one. Big bucket from Pericic there.
Oh, Michael, a Valentine's Day special on the court for us. It is a close game. Like we've been talking about, cannot believe Georgia State has been able to get back in this game. And they leave Holloman wide open from three, and she doesn't hit it. Feels like she's been 2 of 2 for the last couple shots from three. Heggie's going to go fast to Atla, and she's going to get it in. 54-51 now. App State on a roll.
Crowd is loving it, folks.
2:30 left in the game as Jean Hill calls a play for Lanier to run. Grace Lanier, the true freshman from New York City, has been a true point guard for this Panthers team over to Holloman, who's arguably been their best player on the perimeter as well. Lanier goes straight at Smith, and a tough basket for Lanier. What a shot over Emma Smith.
Multiple tough baskets in the paint today for Grace Lanier. She is a player with a lot of heart. You have to respect her.
Michael is exactly right. Another player with a lot of heart, Emma Smith, who gets this possession ready. She sends it over to Heggie, back to Smith, to Pericic, who has a huge height advantage over Lanier, chooses not to go at it. Burton gets the screen from Daphne Atla. Back to Emma Smith in the far corner to Heggie. Heggie's open. Finally over to Heggie. She's guarded by Grace Lanier. She has a step back, step through. She's going to hit the shot. She does not. That toilet bowled all parts of the rim and then dropped out for Emily Heggie. 54-53 Mountaineers lead with 1:44 left.
Hotline. It looks like it's just great.
That was on Ari Dyson, her fourth. So now Nia Powers and Ari Dyson, the two forwards for the Panthers, both with 4 fouls. One more for both of them, and they are disqualified. And Ari Dyson's getting really handsy with Addie Beal in the paint. Emma Smith has to get the ball in. She almost hit 5. Over to Beal, over to Heggie, right in front of our broadcast booth. A great pass from Heggie to Beal is going to get Beal the basket. 56-53, 3-point lead for App State.
Game, I would be sending everyone to guard up the perimeter right now.
Georgia State has gone away from their little trap that gave them so much success at the end of the second quarter. At the end of the third quarter, Groom's going to get Heggie on a shot fake over to Lanier. She's going to shoot it, and she's going to drill it. 56 all, 1:12 left. We never said App State basketball wasn't entertaining, but Lanier's going to get a foul call, and that's going to be 5. This might send Heggie to the line here.
It's her 4th foul of the game, Lanier. 18 points now for her. They cannot afford to lose. They're tough. It's tough guard. 7-12 in the game. 2 of 4 from 3. Now her 4th foul. We're going to have to see how Georgia State approaches this game. With 4 fouls for 3 players on the court, Trey.
Heggie going to the line now. She's going to shoot 2 shots. She dribbles, shoots, and she's going to swish it. Michael, if you're Panthers, are you going to Lanier or Holloman on the other side of the court?
I think it's really either two. You can't be too picky in this situation. App State in the bonus, especially.
Heggie gets the chance to move this to a 2-point game, and she doesn't. She misses the free throw. It's out to Beal, though, who throws it out to Smith and corrals the offense. We're going to get a reset with about 15 seconds on the shot clock. Gene Hill calling a defensive possession. He's calling a switch. Needs his team to double. We've got 8 seconds left on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock. App State really just playing hero ball right now. Stoker's going to drive into Burton with 2 seconds on the shot clock. A great steal from Grace Lanier is going to give the Panthers numbers going the other way. To Holloman, to Lanier, right in front of her bench. Chooses not to shoot. She's going out to Groom. She can't make the shot. Ari Dyson gets it though, and Emily Heggie has her hands on the ball, and she doesn't like the foul call. Ari Dyson's going to go to the line to possibly give the Panthers a lead.
Counting on the students at least one of these free throws.
And the student section is on their feet as they show the replay on the Jumbotron, and Emily Heggie had her hands all over the ball. A foul still called there. Ari Dyson actually not going to go to the line here. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds. Gene Hill, what's your best play you got? Georgia State Panthers only 4-9 in Sunbelt, a little bit better than App State's 3-10. So Ari Dyson actually is going to go to the line here. It was a shooting foul.
This is an absolutely pivotal set of points.
Ari Dyson just 1 of 4 from the free throw line all day. It is a crazy thing to say that the Georgia State Panthers are even in this game right now, but the App State student section is hype, and Ari Dyson drills the first one. 57-all, 37.2 left in the game. Still loud here at the Holmes Convocation Center. Ari Dyson goes up for this second shot, and she drills it. A player who came into that free throw line, 1 of 4 on the game, goes 2 of 2 right there and gives her team the lead.
Absolutely gutsy play from to be able to nail both free throws is easy. You know, I truly think that if Georgia State are going to win this one, they might hang this result up on their wall, because being down 18 at one point and coming all the way back to take the lead with 37 seconds left. Of course, you're only up by 1. App State's still in the bonus. The air, you know, I really think for teams, this is the schedule.
Exactly right, Michael. Laura Sharp did take a timeout after that free throw. She has 1 left in the game. Gene Hill 2 left in the game. Gene Hill took that last timeout what felt like a couple minutes before the third quarter ended. He has not had to call a timeout yet. Georgia State outscoring App State 26-11 in this fourth quarter alone. Pericic, Heggie, Beal, Smith, Burton. You're going to get a sideline out of bounds play right in front of this App State bench. This is a play. This has got to be a play Laura Sharp has had in her back pocket the entire game. Laura Sharp, what do you have and what did you draw up?
Let's see what's in her locker here. What's in App State's?
It's going to be a pass in from Smith into Heggie, and it's turned over as Heggie tried to find Pericic cutting in, but we're going to get a timeout from the Georgia State bench. 30 seconds on the game clock, 28 seconds on the shot clock. Feels like App State has to press and get a turnover or foul. We're going to take a quick break here at the Holmes Convocation Center and bring you back to crunch time in the High Country. And welcome back. We have a close game here in the Holmes Convocation Center. Crunch time in the High Country. 58-57. Panthers lead. They have the ball after Emily Heggie tried to find Elena Pericic in a cut, and it was turned over by her. Panthers, not a good free throw shooting team coming in here, but have hit their free throws late in this game. Holloman going to find Lanier, and Lanier's going to go to the line. A foul by Emma Smith, and she doesn't like it, but they called it.
Just have to see what happens. Student section, they might be the X factor in this game. I know we talked about players being X factors, but maybe the student section wants to change fate.
App State, no fouls to give on that last Emma Smith foul. So both teams now in the bonus as Grace Lanier goes to the line and she hits the first one. It's now 57-50. If you're App State, you still leave this to a one-possession game no matter what happens right here. Lanier, dribble, 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 dribble. Shot. She makes both of them. 4 straight swishes on 4 straight free throws for the Panthers. It was once a 42-24 lead. It is now 60-57 with 29 seconds left in this game. Michael, what do you make of this last 12 minutes of game time?
Georgia State has just shown the beating heart of the Panther to be able to just hang now have a 3-point lead. Obviously, 29 seconds left. Both teams in the bonus. Again, like I said before, you cannot say Mountaineer basketball is not tense. What App State here needs is they need a 3, but they also need to try and take as much time off the clock here as possible. So Georgia State don't get a rebuttal. Obviously, the shot clock will not be coming back on with only 29.1 seconds left in this game. 57-60. I mean, this is the moment you dream about as a kid, getting the game tying shots and stay in it.
Alora Sharp taking her final timeout, the last time she will be able to come and talk to her girls on her own accord. You said this, Michael. App State needs a 3, so you're going with the 3. Who would you go to in your opinion?
Just not, but I think it's really just got to be for everyone. I don't think you can pick this because either have to offensive rebound.
Burton, Beal, Smith, Parachich, Heggie for the Mountaineers. We said it earlier, Alora Sharp, what play do you got? They find Elena Parachich on a pick and pop. She fakes the shot, and she drills it! Elena Para swish with the 3! We are tied here in the high country, and the entire App State bench comes out to celebrate.
Can you believe what we have just seen?
I cannot, Michael. I can't believe we're in this game. I can't believe what I just saw. What a play call from the App State bench and Alora Sharp specifically. That seemed to be a play call drawn up specifically for Elena Parachich. Emma Smith got the ball. She got a pick and pop screen. Elena Parachich fakes a shot, goes right, shoots it, bang in your face. Elena Parachich, 4 of 5 from the 3-point line, 6 of 7. The kids are hyped up. From the field, 18 points on the game. Elena Parachich, have yourself a game, young lady. What is, I can't even control my words here, Michael. After that Elena Parachich 3, Jean Hill takes a timeout. No timeouts left in the game for either team. You'd have to think Georgia State is taking the final shot here. App State, no fouls to give. Georgia State, no fouls to give themselves. If Georgia State commits an offensive foul, we're going to the line the other way. If App State commits a foul, we're going to the line on this end. Now, the student section, which is a little empty right now, I can't lie, but they have been on their feet when they needed to. The band has also been helping a lot. We got the same 5 on the court for the Mountaineers that were just in on that possession. We have Abusi, Holloman, Dyson, Grooms, and Lanier on the floor for the Panthers. Grooms is going to be the inbounder. Have to think this is going to Lanier after a strong fourth quarter from the freshman from New York City. Michael, who would you go to? Quickly. Grooms tries to find Lanier on the inbound. She can't. She finds Holloman, who's going to go to Lanier, and Georgia State is going to take this final shot. It's Lanier dribbling close to her bench, guarded by Emma Smith. If there's ever a defensive possession that App State needs to come up on, it's right now. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and it's Abusi right in front of her bench, and she's going to airball it. Nothing. We have overtime in the high country.
Entertaining, folks. Parachich keeping in it. What's a bit of help from Wade up there who might have to put on an App State jersey after obviously this. But we're heading to overtime. Oh My goodness, Trey, can you believe this?
I cannot believe you go to Abusi to end that game. She's 1 of 9 from the floor now after, 1 of 9 from 3 now after that missed 3. She's making just 27.6% of her 3-point shots coming in. Ooh, we have a quick break here on the floor. We're going to have a quick break here in the booth before we head to High Country overtime. Unsure if this might be the first overtime for this App State team all year, but don't go away. We'll be right back. One. Welcome back to WSU Sports YouTube channel presentation of App State women's basketball on Valentine's Day, and a Valentine's Day special is on your plate here. It is 60 all with 5 minutes left to go. Well, not left to go, 5 minutes left in this first overtime period. First overtime of the year for App State. Unsure if it's the first overtime of the year for Georgia State. Bunch of states going on, bunch of points going on. To end the game, basically, not just the fourth quarter, Georgia State outscored App State 28 to 14. I'm just going to say the end of the game was crazy. I can't control my words. A crazy 3 from Elena Pericic goes in to tie the game up. Gene Hill calls the play, takes a timeout, then calls a play for his team on the Georgia State side. We would think that it's a drive for Grace Lanier like she's been doing all game. It doesn't. It's a 3 in front of her own bench to Abusi, and she misses everything. So we have overtime here in the High Country. Now, Michael, this Georgia State offense has been so efficient. App State offense, not so much outside of that Elena Pericic 3. Are we just going to see the Elena Pericic show in overtime?
Who's gotten plenty of runs. Big team. I think this could be the perfect situation to I think if you're App State, attack everybody. See how many fouls you can get on this team, especially target Lanier, Dyson, and Howard. All with 4 foul teams. If they make even a single mistake, they are out of this game. Outside at 60 with overtime starting. Like I said, you cannot say Mountaineer basketball is not intense, not entertaining.
It's true, Michael. We've got the same 10 that ended the game. Beal, Burton, Pericic, Smith, Mitchell, Dyson, Lanier, Abusi, Holloman, Brooms. We have overtime, and Deja Mitchell wins the tip, but Emma Smith can't get the ball, and it goes the other way for Grace Lanier, and she's going to miss the easy bunny layup, and we're going the other way. Jada Burton wants to go fast. She sends it to Pericic in front of her own bench, and I thought she hit that. Beal gets the rebound. Both players fall. Her and Dyson. We're going the other way. No foul call. Holloman has Lanier in the corner. She's wide open. Doesn't take it. We're resetting with 24 on the shot clock for the Panthers. Emma Smith with the steal. Jada Burton going the other way. Finds Deja Mitchell. She has an easy bunny layup of her own, and she hits it. App State leads 62-60. I believe that's their first lead since about 53-52, about 2 minutes before the fourth quarter ended.
Insane game so far.
Holloman. She has 20 points on the game. That's a travel. She tried to pass the ball. She couldn't get it off her hand. She tries to pass to Abusi. Falls on the ground. She can't pick it up. Guess what she does? Turnover for the Panthers. Michael said earlier, 4 players in foul trouble. That's Dyson, Lanier, and Powers for the Panthers. Only Otla in foul trouble for the Mountaineers. She has 3. She has not seen the floor since about midway through the fourth quarter. She sends it over to Smith, sends it over to Pericic, guarded by Holloman, who's going to go to Mitchell. Back to Smith in the post, double teamed on the post. She has Burton on our side of the corner. Back to Smith. A lot of give and go for App State thus far. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Smith isoing right now. Has a lane to the basket. A crazy layup. She wants the foul. Can't get it. It's corralled by Dyson, and we're going the other way for the Panthers.
Even with how she took that shot, you were almost expecting a foul there. And well, State going to keep it. That shot, I mean, I just from how she threw it up, you know she was expecting a foul that she didn't get.
Did not get it. We have 3 minutes, 33 seconds left on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. Georgia State with the inbound pass. It's going to go to Holloman, guarded by Mitchell. Going to come to Lanier, guarded by Smith. Actually guarded by Mitchell. They switch it. So about a 3 to 4 inch height difference on Holloman, who's been the other leader for the Georgia State team. Her and Lanier both have 20. Savannah Robinson-Holmes checked in the game for Gabby Grooms, and Holloman's just going to go straight to the rim, tries to get a shot up, can't, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Quite sure what she was going for with that shot there. Honestly, looked like she was preparing more for hitting the floor and ensuring the safety than making the shot, which I can't say I blame her.
Smith, the inbounder, finds Parachich. She tries to find a person to get the ball off. She finally does with Jada Burton. A great spin move. Burton's going straight to the basket, and she misses a bunny layup of her own. That's 2 missed bunny layups for both teams. 62-60, 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in overtime.
Very, very tense overtime.
Dyson, no one's even looking her way as she holds the ball on the three-point line. Going to find Abusi. Actually doesn't go to Abusi. They had a whole play drawn up for her. They don't even go to her. They try to find Holloman in the post, guarded by Burton. Lanier just throws it straight up over her head, and Jolkinen's actually going to check in for Savannah Robinson-Moore.
We haven't seen Jolkinen in quite a while, which is a bit of a surprise given both her height and lack of foul.
And a Parachich pass to Jada Burton on the inbound. Burton gets basically body tackled by a defender. No foul call. Beal's going to just drive straight in. She can't get the layup. She's going to find the rebound, though. She's still trying to go in, and Georgia State's going to get called for a foul. If that's on Dyson, she's fouled out of the game. It's actually going to be on Jolkinen. That is just her second foul of the game. She's only played 11 minutes. All 3 of her shots have come from 3. We're going to get a replay on the board. Jolkinen did not like the foul call. Couldn't see a good angle, but Beal is going to the line for 2. 62-60. App State leads with 2:25 left. Beal hits that first free throw. Now 3-point lead, still a 1-possession lead. Beal just 2 of 5 on her free throws thus far. 2 of 4 on her free throws thus far in this game. But she drills the second one now, 3 of 5, and it's a 2-possession lead for the Mountaineers.
Said 2% now. That is a massive center. Is that how you feel this game?
You cannot mark out this Georgia State Panthers team, though. They were down 18 at one point and took the lead late in the fourth quarter. Helena Parachich sent us to overtime with a step-back 3-point shot. Dyson has the ball, going at Smith. But a foul on Smith is going the other way, and another argument from Smith towards the official. Smith doesn't like it. I don't either. But we're going to get some free throws from Holloman.
She doesn't seem too bothered about it. Indeed, it is her third personal foul as Holloman goes to the line.
Holloman goes to the line, can make this a 1-possession game with either of her free throws. She drills the first one. I don't think this Georgia State team has missed a free throw since about midway through that fourth quarter, Michael.
Yeah, it certainly feels like it.
She goes up for her second one. You can hear how loud the App State student section is, and she drills both. 2-point lead for the Mountaineers. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock. Smith, the inbounder, sends it to Burton, back to Smith. Burton getting doubled by this Georgia State Panthers double team right off the inbound that gave App State so much trouble. Parachich going to drive in on Holloman, finds Burton. Burton back to Smith right in front of us on the left side of the court to Mitchell in the post. She's going to find Parachich, who's been on fire from 3 all game. She doesn't want the 3. To Beal at the free throw line. She doesn't want the shot. Emma Smith does, though, and she drills it. Emma Smith gives App State a 5-point lead with 1.5 minutes left in overtime. And Alora Sharp is hyping the crowd up. App State fans on their feet in the stands and at home right now. Gabby Grooms with the ball over to Powers. That's Dyson. Lanier now with the ball, guarded by Smith. She's been electric driving all game. Grooms now on Mitchell. She has an easy way to the basket and hits it. Panthers not going away. Still a 3-point lead for the Mountaineers with 1 minute left in the game. App State has numbers, could have gone slow. Elena Pericic wanted to go fast to Beal, tries to go up top, can't get it. Knocked out by a Georgia State player. 56.3 left. App State with a baseline out of bounds, inbounds pass. Deja Mitchell gets the and one off the inbounds pass, and everyone at Holmes is on their feet. It's 70-64. Deja Mitchell with a chance to make this a 7-point lead. Deja Mitchell just 2 of 4 at the line today. The App State fans tell Dyson to walk through. Mitchell is going to drill it. It's a 7-point lead. 1 timeout left for Georgia State. Lanier is going to go fast. It's the right call, and she's going to go straight at the basket and get an and one, and Emma Smith is livid.
I don't blame her. It literally just looked like Lanier just ran straight through, which I'm honestly not quite sure how the foul occurred there. Maybe perhaps to the back of the shooting arm there. Regardless, Lanier goes to the line. Chance to make this one go from a 3 possession game to just a 1 possession game.
Georgia State been electric at the line to end this game, and that's exactly what Grace Lanier does. Stays electric, stays hot. 70-67, App State leads 51.2. Smith the inbounder to Burton. App State goes slow if they need to Smith. Finds Beal. Almost a foul call, no foul call. Grace Lanier is going to go the other way, and a great steal by Emma Smith is going to get the ball back for the Mountaineers. She's going to go the other way. Have to foul if you're Georgia State, but they're going to play straight up. Pericic going to slow this game down. Back out to Emma Smith. We're going to get a reset with about 20 seconds left on the clock as Laura Sharp tells them to slow down, but Abusi going to foul Burton. That's going to send her to the line for the first time tonight. Jada Burton, 0 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. No free throw shots on the day. She's played 29 minutes, 0 points.
It's a free throw. You can't focus on what happened before. You can only focus on the now.
Burton drills that first free throw, and we have a 4-point lead now, making it a 2-possession game.
Some ice from Burton.
Does she continue with the ice in her veins? And yes, she does. 2 straight swishes for the App State transfer guard from Western Carolina. There's such a scorer at Western Carolina. She's been asked to be more of a defender here for Laura Sharp's team. Lanier going the other way. Has to be a 3-point play call from Jean Hill coming in. Clock running for the Panthers. They're actually going to go straight to the post. Drive on Beal. Pericic is going to get the rebound. No foul call under the basket. Emma Smith has Beal in front of her. 8 seconds left in the game. 7 now. Emma Smith going to the line to potentially put this game even further out of reach to the Panthers with 7.6 left on the clock.
It is not over yet, but it is getting close. Mountaineers might as well be at a car dealership because they have the clutch in the car.
Clutch time in the high country does not disappoint. Emma Smith going to the line. Riley Stoker checks in the game for Jada Burton right before that last turnover for the Georgia State Panthers, but Burton's actually going to check in after this free throw. Laura Sharp sending all of her squad off the line. Emma Smith just now in the game. Have to think that maybe Emma Smith misses this one on purpose. And that's exactly what she does not do. Hits it. Now a 6-point game. Thought maybe with Laura Sharp sending all of her squad off the line, might want to waste some clock off the clock itself. But we got a timeout by Jean Hill for Georgia State. We're going to take a quick timeout right here, but we will come back to you uninterrupted for the rest of this overtime period. And welcome back to Free basketball here in the high country on Valentine's Day. I'm with my date himself, Michael Santiago. I am Trey Blake, and what a game we have here. 6-point lead for the Mountaineers, 7.6 left on the game clock. Georgia State with the baseline out of bounds play. Got to go quick. They send it to Grace Lanier, who tries to find a Boosie, and Jada Burton doesn't want anything of it. Gabby Grooms tries to go the other way, and App State has broken their losing streak of 4 games. They win against Georgia State, and that marks Alora Sharp's 100th career Division I win. What a game. What a moment. What a celebration this will be for this App State women's basketball team.
Or Aurora Sharp's 100th win. I mean, can you name a bigger occasion than this?
I don't know, Michael. That was a crazy game. App State once up. I think it was 42-24. 18-point lead at one point. Georgia State comes all the way back, takes the lead at one point. Elena Pericic, step back 3, bang in your face, sends us to overtime, and App State just commands it the entire way. What a game, what a moment, and what a day in Boone it is. I have been Trey Blake, joined by Michael Santiago. Have a happy Valentine's night, and thank you so much for joining us.